Okay, I think I'm live. Sorry, I zoned out for 28 seconds. My bad. Sorry about that. I was completely phased out. I was reading chat. There's only four things in chat. It took me 26 seconds to read it. Start the streaming. What's up, Backwoods? What's up, Bob Brown? Set up the chairs for the presentation. I'm working on it. I'm gonna retackle the savvy guy thing. I know I can get it right, and I have a plan now. I have a strategy for the tribute to Savvy Guy. All right, let's see. I don't think I watched very much yesterday. What did I watch yesterday? Ruby stream had a Ruby had like a was it a late night or early morning? I can't even remember. I think it was a late night stream she did. It all blended together because I was really high. But I think she did a late night stream. Fernando gave me another shout out. VP continuing on. She's in her bathrobe right now on her channel. The Jedi are back for Rich's birthday. They did a couple live streams. I don't remember if oh man, did I forget to check in on the Thorpes yesterday? No, I watched them, right? Oh, I can't remember. I don't know. I spent a bunch of time yesterday doing timestamps on Thorpe Kick content. I don't remember if I actually watched their new content or not. You bought smoky honey soy ribs for the potluck. Nice. Oh, Tony Yoman had an interesting video. It was called like whatever the food was, and then it was, would you take the mark of the beast to like keep your lifestyle? I thought that was kind of interesting. I've never heard Tony Yoman get like religious, but anyway, I think that's all the new. Oh, there's new Bethadone clinic is really lighting up, and she confirmed that she thought that her ex was stalking her and reporting her videos, but it turned out that she's just. I think I can't remember her exact words, but basically she said that it's her fault that it was her brain like imagining things or whatever. But she's doing cooking videos now, which I think is kind of interesting. Anyway, I think that's it. So let's jump right in here. We've got CWA Wrestling from Memphis, March 28th, 1987. I think we still must be in like a weird time or something for the TV show because we're getting very little like storylines, but we're getting a ton of arena footage. So anyway, this is March 28th, 1987, as seen by Evansville, Indiana. The audio for this is really low. I tried to pick it up, but it's that didn't help. Bethadone Clinic making leaps and bounds. Where's Dutch been? I think Dutch has been gone like for probably well, I don't want to say a year, but at least like 6 months, I would think he's been gone. I'm trying to figure out the audio. I don't know what the problem is.
Come here, son of a gun. Hello again, everybody. Lance Russell and Dave Brown, and we're right along ringside all ready to kick it off for another big day of championship wrestling. David?
All right, we've been talking about it for a while, but it's the Southern Tag Team title match coming up here today. Special TV time limit, 30 minutes, one full 30-minute time limit. Challenging for the belt, Soultrain Jones and Brick House Brown going after the championship held by Big Bubba and the Mighty Goliath. They'll have downtown Bruno with them. Southern Tag Team title match starts things off today. We also have standby matches later on.
Who fell off? Dave Brown?
Should be a good, interesting contrast in there with the speed of
How dare you say Dave Brown fell off, bro?
Brickhouse and Soul Train. That's what
Hang
they're
on, I forgot my drink. I'll be right
going to
back.
have to rely on. Of course, they got plenty of muscles to go along with it, but they're going to have to rely on that speed if they got a chance to go for those Southern Tag.
You're right. They're going to be giving away a lot of weight in there. Little.
That's right, Tom Bruno. Let me tell you something, Lance Russell. I've heard time and time again, everybody said Bubba and Goliath, Tom Bruno's Downtown Connection, don't have the guts to put up the AWA Southern Tag Team titles on television. Do you believe that? They said that the Downtown Connection didn't have the guts to come on TV and to defend the title against the tag team.
Well, they haven't up till this date.
Well, okay, Lance Russell, if you want to get technical about it, we haven't up to this date. And now, people think, well, if we do come on TV and defend the titles, it won't be against some top-rated tag team. Well, surprise!
Hey, what's up, Jeremy? Fred Ottman? Oh, yeah.
Surprise!
Well, it's going to be a good... You got Fred Ottman and Goliath against Soultrain Jones and Brickhouse Brown. That's got to be a pretty good match.
Surprise, Lance Russell. Like Gomer Powell said, right here on TV,
Tell him, baby.
We're going to get a whole...
Is that a black eye?
Soultrain Jones and Brick...
Can we get Ruby in here to analyze this black eye?
Right. Well, see, you know what? I have something interesting.
Is that a cut? It looks kind of nasty.
An interesting comment to make, you know? Whenever
That'll be different.
Oh, you're real funny. You're really funny today, ain't you, Lance Russell? You're as funny as these goofballs out here calling me a weasel, which they better stop, by the way. I'm not even going to acknowledge them. You know...
I think somebody said that he was, I think maybe Dave's channel or Pont Flair said that he was a moondog at one point, but I don't remember him.
Whenever a mother and father have a baby, you know, don't they usually spend 6 or 7 months, you know, when it's time for the baby, when a mother's expecting, thinking of going through books, watching TV, anything, just to get a good name for the baby. They think of, you know, Lance or Bruno, whatever. Hey, you don't have a bad name. I'll give you credit for that. Your nose is a little bit big, but anyhow, what kind of mother and father? Mrs. Jones said, let's call our baby Soul Train, right? And then Mr. and Mrs. Bryan said, let's call our baby Brick House. But come on, Soul Train and Brick House. What kind of names are that for babies?
Wait a minute.
Seriously.
I guess maybe Bubba's parents decided to name him Big. Hey, come on. Wait a minute now.
See what happens when you get smart?
Okay.
His name is...
Hey, what are you trying to talk about me now, huh?
Hey, his real name for the day he was born is Big Bubba. His name is the Mighty Goliath. And my name is Downtown Bruno, Lance Russell.
Good
See,
name.
I'll tell you something.
Never change them, right?
That's exactly right, see. The only name that they ever changed their name to, see, is AW.
Okay, I got my one hitter, I got my drink, I'm all settled in now. I think.
Southern Tag Team Champions, you know what I'm saying? And I want to say something to all the tag teams out there, including Soul Train and Brick House, and anybody else that manages to get together and try to come after the AWA Southern Tag Team titles. Let me tell you something. The river was deep, baby, but we made it through, and now we are the champions, baby, and it's time to clean up.
You got the titles for the moment. We'll find
Manager
out
of
whether you'll be able to
Champions,
keep it or
Bruno.
not. You got quite a challenge in there, and we're getting ready for it, Dave.
Here come the challengers, Soultrain Jones and Brickhouse Brown. The AWA Southern Tag Team Championship belts are going to be on the line here.
Hey, it's me.
The challengers climbing up on the ring apron right now.
I'm going to go next week, it's me, and get the materials, and I'll make the EFD 306 sign for the summer protests.
Total weight of 468
I might take it to a few places first just to see how it goes.
pounds on their side of the ring. From Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Soultrain Jones. And from Miami, Florida, Brickhouse Brown. Going against them.
What's up,
At
Droopy?
a total weight of 821 pounds. With their manager, Downtown Bruno. The current holders of the AWA Southern Tag Team Championship belts, the Downtown Connection, Big Bubba, and the
Hey, what's up, Paro?
Mighty Goliath. It is a title match. Referee confirms it. And we are set to go. One fall, 30-minute time limit.
Bell time sends us off and running on a
What's his thing say? Can you tell?
title
Titan Sweets Stunts?
extravaganza here with the muscular team of
Hey, Simply Sick.
Soultrain Jones and Brickhouse Brown getting it together against the AWA Southern Tag Champs, Big Bubba and the Mighty Goliath. Soultrain starting out against Goliath. They're a little sensitive about their own names
Get Bob Simpson to make it.
in there. Boy, when that Bubba
Hey,
grabs
Eric.
you and says, don't, you don't.
You don't. That's right.
That's right.
Mean Suits. Saints.
Oh, here he comes.
What do all these people out here expect? That actually these two goofballs are going to beat my champions? These people don't know nothing. I've never seen so many rednecks in my
Titan suits. Okay, that looks about right. You're just here enjoying breakfast. Man, I'm just chilling.
life. So many ugly rednecks.
I'm thinking about doing an IRL later, but I'm trying to figure out where I want to go. If I do it at Target, I can do the Ruby thing and put the camera on the shelf and then do my Savvy Guy presentation at Target. But I don't know. It might not be the same. It might be better to do it in like the parking lot for the authenticity.
Rednecks, I should say, especially the women.
Well, I don't have to identify the source of that comment. Look at Soultrain slamming into the mighty Goliath and got him off his feet with a drop kick.
Soultrain, good quick move. You mentioned earlier they were going to have to rely on their speed and agility to beat this team. He got him off his feet and tried immediately to go for a cover. Didn't quite make it, but when you get Goliath off his feet, you need to try to pin those shoulders. They're doubling up on him.
Looks like $1 million. I mean, I've been pretty impressed with him. They really didn't let him do shit in WWF. Brickhouse Brown, if you're not familiar with, I'm not super familiar with him myself as far as in ring, but I've watched a ton of his shoot interviews, and he did like a TV show for High Spots, an internet TV show back in the day. I think it was High Spots, but he has amazing shoot interviews, tons of stories.
They got him on the mat again.
Double clothesline. They put the big
I thought
guy
he was
down
bigger
on the
than this,
mat.
though.
Interesting to note that as he drop-kicked and got Goliath down, Goliath responded as quickly as you will see him respond. It's early on in the match, and he was still fresh. Boy,
I've been keeping up on it, like, lightly, but I don't know all the details about the Johnny Somali stuff.
he rolled out of that before Soultrain could get up to even come close to it. Big Bubba and Brickhouse.
Tell these people to shut up right now. No, I mean it. I'm going to come out of the audience and start hurting people.
Down, boy. Downtown Bruno paying more attention to the crowd than he is his two champions in the ring. And Brickhouse with a forearm reaching up to the head of...
I think Bruno is doing like really is doing really well as a manager, but if he really wants to surpass what's his name, JD, he's gonna have to cause a riot, because he got a riot going. I think it was in late last year with Fire and Flame. So he's got to get it. He's got to match his other heel managers and get a riot going.
Big Bubba.
And that's not inciting a riot because it's 30, almost 40 years ago.
And the crowd getting with it, starting the Weasel chant. Big Bubba.
Downtown Bruno went into local politics. Grace got her kick account suspended? What for? Come on, man. Jeez.
Very agile himself for a guy that big.
Can you do anything online anymore?
Over 400 pounds, and he does move.
I'm pretty sure Bruno is still skinny. He was I saw him not too long ago in like it wasn't a Tales from the Territory or Dark Side of the Ring, but I don't know, something like that. I saw him in, and he still looked, or no, actually I think it was a behind the scenes thing for Young Rock that I saw him, and he was still pretty skinny.
Well, he moved Brickhouse across the way.
Oh, he got elected as an alderman? Nice.
But a nice leapfrog. Oh! Boy, oh boy, oh boy. And he zeroed in right at that head, too, Dave. He popped him with a good drop kick.
He got him with a good one, no doubt about it. Big Bubba regrouping back in the corner there, along with a...
He ought to have a little bit of money, I would think, if he took care of his money at all from like his WWF, from all the work he did for them.
Mighty Goliath. There he is. Boy, these guys are huge. They both go
Giving
over
back
400
to the community, Bruno.
About 407 for Big Bubba. Either 414 or 419 for the Mighty Goliath.
Good Lord, look at the size difference.
Big body slam by Goliath. Drops down on Brickhouse Brown.
There's a case of speed, too, because Brickhouse, before Goliath, while he was in the process of getting ready to hook Brickhouse grabbed that arm, wheeled it around. Now he's trying to kick a leg out from under. Puts him down on the mat, and that's the place you want this guy. But he's coming right back up to his feet, and there's a tag on Soultrain. The train up on the...
I'm smoking the last... Well, I think I said last time I was smoking the last of it, but I still have a little bit left of the Gas Nano, which is like a light indica.
Rope drills him with the right hand.
Whole police force is there. Yeah, it gets pretty heated in Memphis at this time.
Coming up on 4 minutes of this championship match. 30 minutes again, the time limit on it. Oh, Soultrain really being hammered by Mighty
Smoking
Goliath.
some brisket.
His fingers
Nice.
across his eyes. What happened there? That's a big broad arm. The referee saying, hey, it's legal. Ah, that's not legal. Bubba grabbed him from outside. Tag made, and Big Bubba, big forearm across the chest. Soultrain Jones in a dangerous place, and that's over in the corner of the Mighty Goliath and Big Bubba.
AWA Southern Tag Championship belts on the line as Bubba and Goliath defending against Soultrain and Brickhouse, and that's Soultrain down on the deck. There's that little snap suplex that Bubba can really apply. He is so strong.
Rolling out of the way, Soultrain Jones. Big Bubba was going to land on him. He gets the tag on Brickhouse Brown. Hey, Bruno up on the ring apron.
Jerry Calhoun trying to get Bruno to get down off of it, and meanwhile all four of them are in the ring as Calhoun continues his battle with...
Trespassing and doxing. Against whom, though? Not sure if the 1,000 years, if not, man. I mean, if you're, damn, dude. I mean, that's kind of like, that's kind of brandable. Kick, where like the outlaws go, like that are kicked out of everywhere else, like supposedly the free speech, no safe spaces thing, kick the Thorpes out for 1,000 years. Like, that makes Kick look really cheesy. 1,000 years.
Bruno, Brickhouse with Goliath, Soultrain tied up with Big Bubba, and now he's over. Back to the referee, and the referee going after him, and Brickhouse Brown makes the cover. He's got Goliath down, but Bubba drops a big leg down. Downtown, finally thrown off the ring, and Goliath rolls over on top of Brickhouse. And that's going to be a 1-2-3 in there. A little combination of action between Bubba and Goliath as they ended up getting a...
That's what I was going to say, Ananje. Rumble, right? That's got to be next.
Pin on Brickhouse, Dave, but Brickhouse had Goliath.
He had Goliath. Goliath was going to splash Brickhouse. Brickhouse rolled...
Trespassing and doxing. I don't get it. Who did they trespass? Where did they trespass, and who did they dox?
Pulled out of the way. Goliath hit nothing but the mat, and then Brickhouse had a cover until Bubba dropped down on him. The reversal, and they walk out with the belts. Big Bubba and the Mighty Goliath.
I mean, you can know, like, it's just straight up like cancel culture at this point.
Downtown Bruno, 5 minutes, 32 seconds the time.
All these people and platforms that claim they're like, you know, anti-woke and are like, you know, anti-cancel culture, all cancel the Thorpes.
Retaining the Southern Tag belts. We've got more action and plenty of time for it. Okay, back into the action ring here in just a moment. We want to take time out. A couple of guys you just saw in there.
They went to Fat Camp, but did they actually trespass, or did they just go there? Oh, no, see, I didn't watch last night. No. I was watching Ruby. I didn't get a kick. I get nothing from Kick letting me know when anybody when she goes live at all. I'll have to check it out. So they made contact. They actually went onto the property.
Very tough loss on a challenge for the Southern Tag Team belts. But coming up in Evansville on Wednesday night, you're going to be seeing Brickhouse Brown and Soultrain Jones challenging Bubba and Goliath again for the...
They did not trespass. So what's the rationale from Kick then?
Those belts.
That's right. The promoters have given up enough.
Where I'm at, you can even go onto someone's private property up to a certain amount of space. Like they have to have, like the first, I don't remember how many feet it was, have to be like are considered they're like it's your property, but it's like you can, and I'm talking about businesses here. I don't know how it works residentially, but like businesses, you can stand on like so many feet of their property as like a public easement.
Another turn.
And that's a business where the Thorpes were at. But that's a different whole, it's probably municipality based.
Bike and try to take those belts. Let me tell you suckers something right now. Just when you thought the war is over, let me tell you fools something is just beginning. It's gonna be thumping, bumping, and getting...
Kick his email alert. What? They're gonna wait. I'm gonna get an email about it. How helpful.
Live and fired up and kicking in Evansville. And let me tell you something. You owe me some dues.
That's
and you
me.
might as well pay them to the brick house and the train, because we coming to burn, baby.
You had him beaten, by golly, there wasn't a referee there, Soultrain.
Yeah, Brickhouse had the glass beat, and one thing, that little weasel, Bruno, got up on the apron. He caused all the trouble. This time if Bruno get up on the apron, I'm going to smack him like he's my grandchild.
Okay, good luck to you guys. Wednesday night, Evansville, right there at the Coliseum. And then you're going to be having Jeff and BT.
So in other words, someone that was with LolCal Live told them to come to the property. They came to the property, never walked onto the property, and the anti-cancel culture, anti-safe space, anti-crybaby crusaders called the cops on a girl in a chicken suit who was invited there by one of their crew members. I don't understand that.
Express going against Pat Tanaka, and boy, Tony, no disqualification in that one. And the final one, listen to this, no referee in the ring when the King gets it on with Austin Idol.
Lance, this is a match I've been waiting for. You know, you don't have to have stipulations on this. You don't have to worry about no time limit, no disqualification, because that's right, there's no referee. There's not going to be anybody else.
If they didn't trespass, then finally Ben might actually, I mean, all they'll do is change the reason for the ban, but because I'm sure it was like a personal favor type deal.
Idol to try to pull me off of you. There's not going to be anybody to get
She was
in the
on a
way if I decide
bicycle.
to throw that fire. There's not going to be anybody to stop this match. It's just going to be you
Oh
and
my
I,
God,
Idol.
Brantley. Grace Thorpe is outside. She's outside on a bicycle. Call the cops. Call the cops.
What it's going to boil down to, boy,
Imagine being in Texas and calling the cops.
is that we're going to bring this thing all to a head. You know what you and Tommy Rich did. Now, I don't know if the people in Evansville are familiar with this yet or not, but right now, Tommy Rich is laid up just like I was, because me and Bam Bam Bigelow have put him out.
Exactly,
And the
it's
doctors say,
me.
Lance, he's not going to be able to wrestle for at least a month. Well, that's fine.
They should have charged Keemstar or whoever rented that place, whoever's name it's in. They should have been charged with wasting taxpayer resources and wasting police resources.
With us. And Austin Idol, you are next. And right here Wednesday night in Evansville, Indiana, brother, is going to be the last time you make an appearance here.
Ooh, look out. Heartthrob and the King going at it Wednesday.
Walker, Texas Rangers. Oh man, Humongous is in there.
Hey, okay. This bout, ladies and gentlemen, a one-fall, 10-minute time limit bout. 1/2 of the Memphis Vice, Big Lou Winston, against Lord Humongous. And in his corner, Tommy Wildfire Rich. Rich is up on the ring apron, nails Winston with a chain, popped him right upside the head. He came in pushing Winston right in the face before the match ever got started. And he
So are all the kick VODs still up, or do they all get taken down?
got busted by Lou. 1-2. That's going to be it. In a time of 1 minute, 2 seconds,
Hey, what's up, Eddie?
winner is going to be Lord Humongous. Thanks to Tommy Rich, Lord Humongous.
In the ring right now, Ed Maddox, his partner Randy Bryant stepping into the ring, and here come their opponent, the Rising Suns team managed by Tojo Yamamoto. We're talking about Shima and Hilo. They weigh in at a total of 406.
Oh, I forgot. Goto's gone now. Yeah, Sid dying is weird. I know he was kind of I know he was kind of he wasn't young, but it didn't seem like he was like old. But I don't know. They say like tall people. Well, I don't know. That's not true. I just see people saying that to Ben, that tall people don't live long lives. I shouldn't be basing all my scientific knowledge off of Thorpe Chat.
69 pounds. They're both out of Tokyo, Japan. And across the way, Randy Bryant is out of Bartlett, Tennessee. Ed Maddox is out of Memphis. They weigh in at a total of 420.
Oh, Lolcow Rejects has it? All right.
22. So it looks
Hey,
like
Randy.
we got about a 47-pound weight advantage for the Japanese team. Referee Jerry Calhoun calls for the bell. And here we go with a 1 fall, 10-minute time limit match.
I literally went through last night and like wrote down which streams I wanted clips from because I don't like the kick clip system is weird. It doesn't like, it never even let me follow the Thorpes. It would just always like highlight it and then unhighlight it. And it keeps like, anytime I do a clip and then I put the timestamp, it removes it. So I just started writing them down. So I put in like all the legwork last night to get ready tonight to sit down and clip everything. And now it's all going to be gone.
About Hilo, he is larger than Tarzan
Yes, top rope is in play as far as I know.
Goto, who was run out of the area on a...
I'm assuming it either came into play at an arena show or it was one of those things where like they set it and then they want you to forget about it so that there's like a big match where a good guy, you think they're going to overturn the decision, but then they remind you that it's legal.
Loser of the fall match, and Shima has as a replacement.
I like this
Mr.
Shima guy.
Hilo.
Seems pretty crazy. I want to see him against Terry Funk.
Aggravated Mr. Hilo, and here comes Shima to work.
Mr. Rising
We had
Sun.
mentioned that the team of Shima and Goto, an incredibly strong tag team. Former world champions, as a matter of fact, had some world-class belts. But I think the team is stronger now with his Hilo than it was with Goto even, and that's saying a lot, not taking anything away from Goto.
Mr. Hilo. We've heard a lot about him, haven't seen him but one other time, as a matter of fact, and Ed Maddox is feeling what it's like to be busted by Mr. Hilo. And of course, anytime you've got Shima, goes over.
Oh, yeah, that just didn't work out for Ed. Part of that additional weight that Hilo brings to the team. Here comes Randy Bryant in. See what kind of luck he has against the from Tokyo.
We do need a Tojo promo.
Pretty good one, too.
Yeah, it was. Tojo
Mr. Hilo, I don't know. That's an interesting name.
standing over there with a kendo stick. I always keep my eye on him. Not only from watching the wrestler's standpoint, but you got to look out for yourself because he's not above busting you with it, as we know. Shima. Boy, oh boy. He's looking vicious today.
Boy, he is. He just bounced Randy Bryant's head off the top turnbuckle over here. Move to the midsection. Tag on Hilo.
Referee Jerry Calhoun. Oh, look at that spinning back kick. He really nailed him.
He literally turned him and flipped. Yeah. That's it.
He got it. 1, 2, 3, and that's going to be the whole load as far as Randy Bryant and Ed Maddox. Although Ed is not through, and look at him pounding away. Yamamoto trying to give that kendo stick up to Shima, and they're taking a little extra delight in
They got Paul Diamond and Alan West to help out. And that gets Hilo and Shima now out of the ring.
They were having fun with Randy Bryant and Ed Maddox, but they decided no more fun when West and Diamond came rolling in there.
Watch deleted freakout stream, American Dream 2022. That's what I heard, Randy. I think Get Crack was telling me that King was doing really well. But how's he gonna? Oh, I don't know. I guess the Thorpes could come back to stream at YouTube till they get set up on Rumble. We're gonna be on BitChute before long. Former drug addict Paul Diamond.
Introducing first, on my left from the land down under in New Zealand, the warlord of the sheepherders, Jonathan Boyd.
Who's this guy?
His opponent tonight, coming out of parts unknown, introducing the Patriot.
Oh, the Patriot.
The Patriot. Referee is Frank Morrell. 1 fall,
Frank
10 minutes.
Morrell, deleted stream. Deleted freakout stream. American Dad.
Bell sounds, and in just a moment, we're going to be in action. Here is Jonathan Boyd, the warlord of the sheepherders, going through his ceremonial move with the
17 minutes long. Is it posted by? Okay, yeah. I think I've got it.
The New Zealand flag going against the Patriot. Jonathan Boyd and the Patriot. 1 fall, 10 minutes. Referee is Frank Morrell. Boyd into a standing side headlock. Woo to the midsection.
Randy, I was told that the Thorpes have been suspended from kick for 1,000 years.
And the Patriot
1,000 years
to the head. Boyd rolls with the.
Again, I know that it was said earlier by one of the moderators, but people who tout free speech very rarely extend it to anyone else. Think of the people that are involved in this, how much they've harped on free speech and how safe spaces are bad and hug boxes are bad, and you know they act like everything anybody who does anything to them, you know, is this big monstrous person, but like they can do whatever they want to do. Like, it's just bullshit, man.
The arm. We've said this before on occasion. You don't have too often to say it because you don't see Boyd.
Oh no, there's a girl on a bicycle on a public road. We better suspend them for 1,000 years. What the literal fuck, man?
Wrestle too, and let me tell you, this guy can flat wrestle if he wants to.
Yeah, backwoods, like a hug box, like your chat can only be like, you can't have any negativity in the chat, that kind of stuff. Like Keemstar and the other lolcows are big, like they're anti-woke. Well, I mean, Boogie and Wings aren't really, but they put on the act when they're on the show. When they're on their personal shows, they say different stuff. But like, they think that like, they say that like safe spaces are bad for people. You should be able to say anything you want to. Like, but whenever they say anything bad, it's like, oh, that was shock jock. But when someone else says something that they disagree with, then that's not free speech to them. Like, it just shows you that the people who have like the loudest, like, oh, I'm safe spaces are bad, free speech absolutism, like they never actually, they're just a bunch of like crybaby snowflakes. Like, they're the worst. They're basically the Keffy Karens of the right.
His preference is just to hurt people. And that's
no
what
seat
he does
on the bike
most of the time. Right now, he's got a reverse face lock on the Patriot. Almost looked like a chokehold, but the referee was right down by it. Look at the Patriot. Pulls the arm off, and this Patriot is powerful. He is one built-up son of a gun. He takes that arm loose, and Boyd grabs the headgear.
I would just think the best way to show that you do believe in free speech is just to honor it. I mean, that's one thing I like about John Galt and Chaotic Truth for the most part, is like they'll have people on there that they certainly don't agree with, and like they come on and they have arguments, and maybe it gets personal, maybe it gets heated, whatever, but like that's free speech to me. Like a free speech platform if you're going to be host a show. I mean,
in order to pull him back down, the referee says break it up, and the Patriot just barely gets back to his feet as Boyd is waiting on him.
Hey, Ember.
One fall, 10-minute time limit bout as we come slipping up on the 2-minute mark. Boyd steps over with a toe hold. And the Patriot with a right shoulder up breaks the count. There's no problem of a pin. Boyd hollering count him, but there's no way this early in a match he's going to be able to keep that shoulders down there. Oh, boy. Let me tell you, he almost forgot. As a Patriot.
Not to mention that, like, remember how much they talked during that? This is what really got, this is my takeaway from Fat Camp, is that when they were watching Mr. Based, and he had on Locale Live, and Mr. Based was, like, groping a woman that came in there, like, they were saying on Locale Live, that would never, no one would ever lay a hand on a woman when I'm around. That would never happen. I'm a big tough guy, and I'm going to take on anybody. No one will hurt a woman when I'm around. Did you see any effort from these clowns when Wings was like just knocking his wife, pushing his wife to the ground like that? They did nothing. Boogie didn't even like move at all. Like that's when that really dawned on me that like, wow, this is like, these are much like, these are just, these are like perma hug box people. Like they can't live outside of their safe space bubble.
A nice reversal. Pops back up on his feet and into a toe hold on Jonathan Boyd.
There you go, Bob
2
Brown.
minutes passed with 8 minutes to wrestle, and thus far a very even match.
I think Archie Bunker used to say, I may not agree with what you're saying, but I'll fight to the death not to have to listen to it.
Between Boyd and the Patriot. Patriot steps over and down on Jonathan's leg. Got him right at the knee. One more time. Again, the Patriot taking that toe to the outside, sits down on an already stressed
Archie
knee.
Bunker's your spirit animal.
And if he can slow Boyd's activity down, it will be helpful. He stays with a step over toe hold. Leans down, and that gives Boyd an opportunity.
Baby Blues. He does got the
Riz. Right in the eyes with the, there he does it again. The referee moving around to have a word with Boyd, and that won't do a whole lot of good. I can guarantee you that. Jonathan kicking right to the midsection on the Patriot. Pounds him with a right hand. Mean, rugged son of a gun, this Boyd is.
I like this outfit the Patriot has on.
And the wild and crazy cousins that he's got. Luke Williams, Butch Miller. Patriot coming right back at Boyd outside on the ring apron.
Why'd you decide to go to bed early? Well, I mean, I know it sucks when you miss something big, but like, I just always think it like you're always going to miss something. Well, maybe not if you only watch the Thorpes, but like, I've just accepted that like, I'm not going to, like, shit's going to happen that I'm going to miss, unfortunately.
Uh-oh. Boyd loading up that.
I'm sure somebody was live recording it. I gotta find out. I gotta find whoever has the raw footage.
Fist was something in
I don't want to review it with Radio Foreman on there.
his glove. We could see it right here. Nails the Patriot. He is down in a 1 and a 2 and a 3, and that is it. And the Patriot, 4 minutes, 14 seconds. The winner, Jonathan Boyd. Jeff Jarrett, BT Express waiting now for the opposition that they will have today. And it should be formidable to say. Yeah, you see the hunter?
$5,000.
First thing he's talking about is $5,000. Let's have the introduction.
All right, it's going to be an expiration of time match, introducing at a total weight of 510 pounds.
Wait, an expiration of time match? We're at 23 minutes out of 47 minutes. This is going to be a 24-minute match?
It's out of parts unknown.
What?
The Thunderbird, and from Black Rock.
Oh, BT Express is in there. We're gonna get like it's not a diss on Foreman. It's just I don't want to watch. I want to see the actual footage.
Mountain, Georgia, with his mascot Bambi, the Hunter. Going against him at a total weight of 430 pounds from Nashville, Tennessee, Jeff Jarrett. And from parts unknown, the BT Express. Here we go, expiration of time. It is BT Express starting against the Hunter.
So it's going to have to be like a brawl here, I would think.
Kind of interesting listening to Billy talk about that match of a no time, no disqualification, no stopping the match, and he loves it that way. You got to stop and look back to Billy's beginnings in his early days in wrestling. He was taught by a couple of pretty rugged guys, Frank Morrell and Phil Hickerson, so it's understandable when he says he likes that kind of match.
Jeff Jarrett in there right now after the tag. The Hunter. Boy, this is a rugged individual, let me tell you. He snaps Jeff down. That's a good move by the Hunter. Look at Jeff, though. Great balance. Boy, as he reacts nicely, and it's the Hunter who ended up on the mat. And over near his corner, here's his partner. This is the Thunderbird. He,
First look at him on Championship Wrestling.
Yes.
It's me. What do you think about Princess being in Korea? Isn't that strange? Like, I don't think there's anything you could tell me that Prawn is doing that would make me, like, immediately go and watch it.
Indeed. He is a large one. He'll weigh in at 279 pounds, and I think he may have shaved a couple of pounds.
What we're going to do is take the mask off that guy over there, BT, and prove it's Billy Travis. It's $5,000 in the pocket.
Well, that's right. You made the offer. Anybody who can pull it off in the ring and prove that it's Billy Travis can pick up $5,000 from downtown Bruno. Of course, I don't believe everything he says, but obviously the Hunter did, because that's the first thing that he was talking about.
BT Express with a cover. We can't make it stick for a 3 count. Back to
Randy, that's the way the system is set up to function, unfortunately.
work. He's over to the corner, and the tag on Jeff Jarrett. Jeff, BT Express, double team coming off the rope. The Thunderbird hits the mat. BT with a foot to the nose, I think. It smacked him right in the nose.
We've got about 3 minutes of action. Look at Jeff.
I think they need to do a soft white underbelly episode with Princess. We need a deep dive.
Take that big guy, boy, and snapped him in a short suplex, a beauty. And he tags BT Express. Woo!
BT.
Time running out, and we're going to have to have to ring the bell on this expiration of time match here very shortly.
So you can have an expiration of time match without it being the end of the show. So they were just like, hey guys, go out and have a 45-second match.
As the Hunter covers up the BT Express. We're winding us down to less than a minute of action left on this expiration of time.
Hunter with BT Express on the ropes.
Oh, look at this.
If ATF Media was here, he'd be far more interested in the condition of the brown eye, not the blue eye.
Yeah, Bambi with a shoe.
Oh, the high
heel
heel.
on that high heel shoe. Oh,
Uh-oh.
he came in and picked Bambi right
Uh-oh.
out. He took her right outside, right through the ropes and outside. The Hunter is just now realizing what happened.
Oh no, he's
to
abandoning
Bambi.
his partner.
He goes flying out there, trying to find out what happened. Alan West just came in as she was using that shoe, Dave. He got it 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry to not pay more attention to the ring, but I couldn't help but look at Alan West, who came in and scooped Bambi up and just took her away from
There's ATF Media.
the ringside
No, I don't think she got a perfume bottle stuck inside of her.
and disappeared with her. The Hunter went after him.
Let me tell you something, Lance Russell. I told you.
But I do have a related story. I think I've said this before, but when I was like following wrestling in person and going from like show to like traveling behind the people, like going from show to show on the weekends, the big thing that the guys did with the rats that was all like, it was kind of like the little like rib everybody did was they would put the remote inside the rats. So for life now, anytime I go to a hotel or a motel, I'll put the remote inside of a like Ziploc bag.
Alan West, nobody touches my lady but me. What is this little lady gonna do?
Well, I don't know. Alan West just carried her out of here. There's nothing wrong with that. He thought she could.
What?
Well, they
Kidnap.
didn't. We got to get out of here right now. Take a break.
West, me and you are not through, buddy.
Okay, the hunter.
Going down. You're gonna get hurt.
Bambi rubbing her hip evidently got bumped around in the fracas out
Kidnap.
there. We'll take time out and we'll be back in just one moment. Hey!
Expiration of time match. Whoa. Oh, the double ring.
Incredible first time ever double jeopardy match being held in the Mid-South Coliseum in Memphis, Tennessee. Two rings side by side, two bouts underway simultaneously. In one, Tommy Wildfire Rich and Bam Bam Bigelow. In the other, Jerry the King Lawler and the Universal
Oh my
Heartthrob
God.
Austin Idol.
What a situation this is. Both of these matches are like, I mean, tip-top main event matches.
My sidekick, Randy Hales, and I will be sharing the commentary. It'll take two sets of eyes to watch the action, Randy.
Okay, Lance, which ring do I get?
Ooh.
I get ring number
EFD on commentary.
1, Tommy Rich and Bam Bam Bigelow. Lance, they're already out on the floor, and Bam Bam, you can't believe it. He's going about to be on us, Lance. He has him high in the air. I thought he's going to drop him on the steel fence by the ringside, and he's holding him up a big 460-pounder, and he dumps him down on our table there. He dumps him down as the action is vicious there, and he sends him into the table as Bam Bam Bigelow, loud and crazy. What do you have going on over there, Lance?
Austin Idol taking several solid shots at the King, who is being rolled around the ring and now battles his
What do you guys think of Jerry Lawler's flesh-colored singlet?
way back. He puts Idol down on his knees. Idol solid down on the knees as Jerry Lawler slams his head after he picked him up into the corner. Bam Bam Bigelow and Tommy Wildfire Rich going at it at the same time. Lawler nails Idol on the floor and pounds him with a right. Idol reeling around the outside of the ring. Fires back with a big foot.
Man, Luna Vachon would be quite a sexual experience, I would imagine.
Inside the ring, Bam Bam Bigelow has been really vicious on Tommy Rich. Rich is bleeding, and the action continues, Lance, as Rich is bleeding very badly, and we're only about 2 minutes into this thing.
That's the kind of action you're going to expect out of the Double Jeopardy match. First time ever in professional wrestling. Let us tell you this, as Lawler nails and puts Idol down on the deck and Bam Bam drops Tommy Wildfire Rich, they switch.
What?
There is a legal switch. There is no time limit. Lawler and Bam Bam switch rings, and that's legal for as long as they care to stay in, but it cannot be 2-on-1.
If there are tariffs on farts, ATF, we're not going to see too much of ATF media. Mary Lou Dragon will be in shambles.
For more than 60 seconds.
Interesting, most interesting match I've ever seen in my life. Lawler continues to pound away at the very bloody Tommy Rich. The power punch of the King. Tommy Rich went for it and missed. And Lawler once again jabbing away as Tommy Rich is not effective at all as the King continues to fire away.
Lawler hollered over at Bam Bam, I want some of him, talking about Rich. And Bam Bam said, give me Idol, and they just switched.
This match, I don't understand the rules of it at all.
Rings.
I guess you can just go you can't double team, but otherwise you can just move back and forth.
Which is legal. And now Rich is pinned down in between the rail over there. Lawler back in the ring with Idol, and Bam Bam switches. What a beautiful maneuver that was, Randy.
I'm telling you, Lance, no doubt about it.
New tariffs on Gusher
Here
fruit
comes
snacks.
Bam Bam. Start the watch, Lance, as the 60 seconds, I believe, are in effect now.
Right, we'll blow a horn at 55.
Hey, Fenway, I think from what I heard, they got banned for 1,000 years or suspended for 1,000 years for trespassing and doxing is what I was told.
While Rich
But I trust the people who told me that, but like I didn't actually see it myself.
is out of the ring. Oh, Lawler and the Bammer
I was watching a Weird Ruby stream.
slamming together on Austin Idol, and here comes Rich after Bam Bam. They're going to have to end up. Rich was in there last, and here's Bam Bam with Lawler. He's still got another 25 seconds to go, and Bam Bam and Lawler are using this time to team up, but Bam Bam comes back after Rich. So again, it's Lawler with Idol hung over the rope, and Bam Bam slamming Rich.
Lance, I'm telling you, Rich is down. Bam Bam flat out caught him, and man, did he ever come down. This building just exploded as Bam Bam...
Man, he's really into it.
Right on us, Lance, about smushed us.
That was the interference you heard there. They were right on top. Bam Bam back
Great commentary. Bout smushed us.
over in the ring again. And down on Austin Idol. Here comes Tommy Rich back in.
I've read several different accounts of it, backwoods, both in terms of like everyone agrees that he was like incredibly like popular and on like having an epic moment. But there are still a lot of people that like weren't like in favor of him getting it and feel like he got it because of, I want to say his relationship with, who was it, Burt Prentice? I can't remember no, that was Buff Bagwell. Was it Jim Barnett with Tommy Rich? I can't remember for sure, but I've read a few different stories about it.
Rich goes outside the ring, and the Bammer is over helping out Lawler. Oh, look out! Lawler spreads Idol out, and here's Bam Bam. He drops down.
The Welch's Fruit Snack Company has issued a travel advisory to the United States.
On him. Mashes on
May encounter difficulties securing fruit snacks.
Idol. The big 400-pounder. He's right under 4.
It was like well, for me anyway, it was really late. I can't remember what time it was, but I think she was, I don't even remember now. I was really out of it.
394. And there goes Idol out on the floor. The Bammer still.
I think a big part of Tommy Rich was personal issues, like trustworthiness, to be like the guy. So that's why I think some people have their doubts about, like, I don't know if you'd say legitimacy, but whatever, of how he ended up getting the belt.
Is about 5 seconds away from having to go back in his ring. And he's back to the ring, which clears him of any disqualification, Randy.
Okay, Lance, double jeopardy, and we had trouble understanding all the rules in the first place. Man, what a match.
New Vinny Slugga video where he's talking to his girlfriend and she's telling him the new rules about recording phone calls when he calls the group home. And of course he posts the video of her telling him the new rules, like not to post the video calls from the group home.
Well, it's greatest thing I've ever seen. Tommy Rich and Bigelow in one ring, Ida walking over to come in.
Bob Brown, do you think that it was Dorunda that shut him down?
Ring number 2. Watch him, Lance.
Austin Idol down here at the table in front. Referee Frank Morrell counting on him. He may count him outside the ring. Here comes Lawler. And there went one of our microphones.
Exactly, backwoods, for sure. And like, could Tommy Rich was a great worker and he was really popular, but like, did he need the belt? And like, was he going to be able to have great matches with everybody in every territory like those guys?
We're back, Lance. He's trying to get, oh no. He pulled off something. Caught him with that board. Oh, bam, bam. Missed a splash. Start the 60 seconds.
He's got a board with a nail in it going after Lawler.
Look at
Rich is over there. With
What's he
Bam
got?
Bam down, Tommy Rich comes to help Austin Idol out, but Rich is going back. He breaks the count.
He has that nail raking it across. Stay away from that nail, Idol. You get out of here. Throws it to Rich, Lance.
Tommy Rich takes that same board with a nail.
Yeah, that's a mystery to me, the Rock and Roll Express. I guess it's mainly because they were... I guess what explains it is they were primarily a Southern, and then they worked Mid-Atlantic a lot too, but like, I don't think the Rock and Roll Express would have worked as well in like the WWF.
And it jams Bam Bam.
Because they were definitely kind of odd looking, and they were like very, very Southern.
Right in the midsection. Lawler, who was busted
A board with a nail
board
on it?
with a nail in the end of it, crashed.
Yeah, Ricky Morton probably, I mean, arguably behind, maybe, probably top 5. I mean, I don't think you can beat Dundee, but he's got to be, Morton's got to be way up there. I mean, the fans, he crowdfunded his child support.
Down, right over. And Bam Bam Bigelow being attacked by Tommy Rich. Lawler's head wailed into the table. Rich.
Start for 60 seconds.
Now in the ring, and the 60-second starts on Rich with 2 men in the ring.
We're going to take time out, and we'll be back with the conclusion of this match in just a moment.
Wednesday, I do in fact love it.
If Dr. Tom Pritchard pulled the rats, I don't remember any stories about it, but I'd say at least during whatever rats were there during the Smoky Mountain era, he definitely got some of that, because you had the Rock and Roll Express were there. Stan Lane was there for a while. I don't know about the Gigolo, Jimmy Del Rey. I don't know how well he could pull rats.
7 matches coming up on the card Wednesday night at the Evansville Coliseum. One of them is going to be that bout that'll be no disqualification. It'll have Boy Tony and Patinock against Jeff Jarrett and BT Express.
I'll tell you, I'm very happy that Prime Time gets a shot at a no DQ match with Jeff Jarrett and Billy Travis. Don't give me that as BT Express. Everybody knows that's Billy Travis. And if I didn't think we could get in there and rip that mask off, there's no way I'd even walk into Evansville, because that's the ugliest, stinkingest, most filthiest town I've ever seen.
How
and the
dare
people there
you.
are so ugly and disgusting, it makes me sick. I don't even want to talk about it no more. Then Soultrain and Brick Cars, or should I say Slow Train and Odd Highs.
I saw Pont Flair, I want to say a few days ago. I can't remember if it was at the end of last week or the beginning of this week, but I have seen him like fairly recently.
One more time against Bubba and Goliath for the titles. Let me tell you something, boys. We beat you 1, 2, 3 on national television, and I don't think you should have a rematch. And I'm going to talk to Eddie Marlin and see what I can do about getting out of this, because I don't think it's fair, especially in Evansville.
Well, I'm looking forward not only to that
Especially
action, but
in
also with the no referee in the ring, Jerry Lawler, Austin Idol. Here's Idol.
The question is, what does Evansville, Indiana, and Jerry the King Lawler, the Soul Cold King Lawler, have in common? The answer is easy. They're both losers. You look at Evansville, Indiana, you drive into that town, you fly into the town. They got a little small airport. They don't even have jet service in Evansville, Indiana. The men are big and fat and sloppy, and they smoke cigarettes, and they guzzle beer all day. And the women have to pile the makeup on to hide all the zits and the potholes. The entire town is a loser. The mayor, there's no telling what he does after hours.
Wow.
And Lawler, you ain't no better. But I'm going to tell you something, and you better not forget it.
Yeah, that was Pat Tanaka. He looked like a well, I mean, it's Pat Tanaka. He always kind of has he always has like a henchman villain in a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie kind of vibe.
Wednesday night, these are my kind of rules, you see, Jack. These are my kind of stipulations. This is what I wanted, and you didn't want. It's a Southern title match. It's my title, the one you'll never get back. And the big stipulation is this, Lawler. There ain't no ref. There ain't nobody that can help you. That when I get you in a position I want you, I'm going to finish you for good, Jack.
Yeah, okay. Oh, Naptown put it up? There we go.
About 20 seconds as the referee were looking over.
It really, I know it's cheap heat, but it is so much fun like that. I think it would be amazing to be able to like do that, just to go and like rag on the town, and the people, even if they didn't give a shit about the town, would get offended, you know? I just think that's always really funny. Pete Rose did it really well. He came out and he was like, oh, where was he at? He was in I can't remember where he was at, but he said the name of the town, and then they like everybody cheered, and then he looked around and he was like, town full of losers.
Hey, oh man, Lance, back in your ring, Rich caught Lawler.
Jerry Lawler being attacked by Tommy Rich. Now that they have switched, the time limit stopped. It only applies when two men from one team are in one.
He-Man is fresh and clean now.
One ring. Rich grabbing Lawler. Jerks him around the ring. And here comes Idol after Lawler. And the time starts on Idol. They're trying to post Lawler again. Bam Bam staggered against the ropes. Here comes the back.
And sometimes, like, if the crowd won't work with you, you don't really have if you have to perform, like, you don't have a choice, you know? Like, the only other real option is to get cheap heat the, like, dangerous way of, like, singling out someone in the crowd or a section of the crowd and, like, getting personal with them. But then that could be a recipe for disaster, too.
Look at Bam Bam go after first Idol and then Rich. Now it's Lawler after Rich.
What about handing, like, you know how they have the hotel key cards? If you had, like, some blank ones, you know, from the hotel, and you handed them out to, like, girls that had guys with them at ringside, would that be cheap heat or good heat?
Wild and woolly action everywhere.
Yeah, Pete Rose should 100% be in the Hall of Fame. Who gives a shit what he did anywhere else? It's not the hey, everybody in here is a great person building.
Reset of the 60-second clock as we have 2 men in the ring. Now we've got 4 men in the ring. Lawler pounds Idol. Bam Bam setting up Rich. Lawler throws Idol in the ring.
You're fine, Ember. It's me. He's just having some fun.
Adjacent. And they split it up. So
don't deny Randy your fresh and clean status.
The clock goes off.
We're back to starting positions, Lance. Bam Bam and Rich. Lawler and Idol. Bam Bam going, I think, for the nuclear splash. Nope, he's not.
I mean, it would be fun. It would be fun, for sure.
He's going for one of his big super splashes, and let me tell you, right on the leg, and brother, did he ever put it on Tommy Rich.
Look at Austin Idol tied up in the ropes in the other ring. Lawler has him pinned in the...
Also, like, couldn't they put him in, like, as a player? Does he have to go in as a player coach? Like, didn't he do his shit when he was a coach? Like, I don't know. I just think, like, everybody... Probably the majority of people that in life are terrible people, and if we only have like the perfect human being Hall of Fame, like, and if being like the all-time best at one of the most important things in the game isn't enough to get you into the Hall of Fame, like, what are we even doing?
Ropes, and the referee says, let him go, let him go. Oh.
Here comes Lawler. Lance, start the clock.
while Lawler and Bam Bam have Tommy Rich getting ready to post him the way Idol and Rich did to Lawler. Here comes Idol over after him.
Oh, my. Oh, man. That looked good.
And it's going to be Idol hit him, Bam Bam, with what looked like a sap or a blackjack that he had in his tights.
What's that Rich
Blackjack
has in
in
his
play.
hand, Lance?
Rich has got a rope or something in his hand.
Hey,
I don't know
Stephen
what's
David.
happening. The bell has been called for. And there goes referee Jerry Calhoun down on the concrete floor. Waller's down. Bam Bam trying to get back up.
Looks like he has a...
He's got a noose made on that around Lawler's neck.
Lance, I'm trying to see Rich. What? He had something in his hands. I couldn't tell what it was.
Boy, he is busted Bam Bam wide open.
Hey, Cody Turbo.
We've got a disqualification for those.
Lance,
what?
Bam Bam is handcuffed to that top rope.
Yes, he is. We didn't see that. Rich handcuffed him. He can't get away, and now Idol and Rich have Lawler in a noose.
Wow.
We need help, Lance. Bad.
Boy,
We need
Lawler
help,
has
Lance.
got that noose around his neck, and the Bammer, who is bleeding profusely, is handcuffed to the top rope. And Rich is jerking Lawler around the ring with that noose at his neck.
This is absolutely the most disgusting thing. We've seen a lot of things, Lance. One of them is handcuffed. The other one has a noose around Lawler's neck. Rich and Idol, how low can you get?
Rich ties the other end of the rope that they've got the noose made out of at the top rope of the ring. The bell was called for. I assume it was a disqualification for the use of that blackjack and the noose.
Yeah, if I have time, yeah, I wouldn't. I don't mind. How you doing, Joe? 1,000 years, man. Suspended for 1,000 years on kick.
Here they come, piling in the ring. Soultrain, Jeff Jarrett going against Rich. Austin Idol trying to get him out of there. Austin Idol beating on Soultrain Jones right here in front of
Oh,
us.
man, bringing everybody out. Brickhouse Brown out there with his trucker
Lawler
hat on.
still has that noose around his neck, but they've got it loose from the top rope.
Hold on a second. It's me. She showers with 2 washcloths. One for your face and body, and one for your sweet ass. Wow. I have a playlist called Twitch, and it's just Disney pop artists. No, that's just a bunch of like meme songs I used to play on Twitch.
Tommy Rich, I don't see him. Here he comes.
There used to be a bunch more, but a lot of them were, since they were like meme songs, they ended up getting like copyright struck or taken down.
Rich and Idol are walking away from the action. What was it? Disqualification?
I don't think you have to go look.
What was it? Disqualification on the match? We must assume that
They have to collect 1,000 ears. That reminded me of what did I just watch? Oh, Universal Soldier, where Dolph Lundgren had the ear necklace.
there was a disqualification for the use of that blackjack and that noose that's around Lawler's neck. They're trying to get a key to the handcuffs. Frank, try this. Here it is, right here. Yeah, hand it up.
Man, what a spectacle. great hygienic routine.
However, they haven't been able to get them done as yet.
Frank Morrell.
Bam Bam
stunned.
really was busted open very bad, right at his right eye. It was Idol who had the blackjack.
Well, no, kind of. He's in a Universal Soldier movie, but I've only watched the first one. I've seen the Goldberg one, but I'm like doing a rewatch. I didn't realize that there were two that I hadn't even seen. There was like the first one, which was like a big budget movie. Then there were two Canadian made-for-TV movies. Then there was Universal Soldier: The Return, which is the one with Goldberg. And then there are two sequels with Van Damme that were like way later on.
Won't fit. Got it undone. Okay, they've got the handcuffs undone now off of Bigelow. And the Bammer. That's the first time I have ever seen Bam Bam Bigelow put in that kind of physical condition.
Poor Bam Bam. So I know the guy's a troll, but I think it's funny. He asked me why I had a video of Disney pop songs. It's Body Count, DMX, Taylor Swift, Demi Lovato, Pitbull, Rob Zombie, AC/DC, like Willie Nelson. What? all Disney classics. More soft cancel culture people popping up. What a shock. Disney pop star Angus Young. Shaft 2, there's Shaft, well, no, there's Shaft, and then there's Shaft in Africa, and then there's Shaft, no, it's Shaft's Big Score, and then Shaft in Africa. And then there's a ton of Dolomite movies, like 5, I think. Ember, you should go on a stream and give your hygiene routine and see if these other streamers have a dedicated ass cloth. I love the American Ninja movies too. There's a ton of those too. There's like a shit ton of them. At least 5, maybe 6.
Show today. We enjoyed it. Be looking forward to seeing you next week.
Don't they ever feel stupid for coming into the ring wearing jeans and no shirt to help an uninjured coworker act injured? No, of course not.
Until we do, Lance Russell saying bye-bye, everybody.
I'm ready for this era of like arena stuff to be kind of, I want to get back to just the studio shows. Hey, what's up, Stephen David? I have no idea what it is, but I found a vlog of somebody that's just the only thing in the title is Gary Coleman.
To my ears, son of a gun. Hello again, everybody. Lance Lance Russell and Dave Brown, and we're right along ringside all ready to kick it off for another big day of championship wrestling. David?
All right, we've been talking about it for a while, but it's the Southern Tag Team title match coming up here today. Special TV time limit, 30 minutes, one full 30-minute time limit. Challenging for the belt, Soultrain Jones and Brickhouse Brown going after the championship held by Big Bubba and the Mighty Goliath. They'll have downtown Bruno with them. Southern Tag Team title match starts things off today. We also have standby matches later on.
Should be a good, interesting contrast in there with the speed of Brickhouse and Soul Train. That's what they're going to have to rely on. Of course, they got plenty of muscles to go along with it, but they're going to have to rely on that speed if they got a chance to go for those Southern Tag.
You're right. They're going to be giving away a lot of weight in there. A little bit later on, too, if we have time for matches, we'll have Shima and Hilo, the Rising Sun team, with Tojo Yamamoto in their corner. Lord Humongous scheduled. Also, Alan West.
Rag
Paul
on a
Diamond.
stick. Good idea.
We'll also be taking a look at the team of Jeff Jarrett and the BT Express against the Hunter and a new partner, the Thunderbird, later today.
We got a lot of good standbys, and we'll get some of those in.
See, if we'd all went into wrestling, we'd all had rats to do all the cleansing.
And obviously, because of the special TV time on the Southern Tag Team match of 30 minutes, we better take time out to be sure we get more of them in, and we'll be back with that opening championship match in just 1 minute. Southern Tag Champ, Big Bubba and the Mighty Goliath,
Let me tell you
and
something, Lance
downtown
Russell.
Bruno.
That's right, downtown Bruno. Let me tell you something, Lance Russell. I've heard time and time again, everybody said Bubba and Goliath, downtown Bruno's downtown connection, don't have the guts to put up the AWA Southern Tag Team titles on television. Do you believe that? They said that the downtown connection didn't have the guts to come on TV and to defend the title against the tag team.
Well, they haven't up till this date.
Well, okay, Lance Russell, if you want to get technical about it, we haven't up to this date. And now, people think, well, if we do come on TV and defend the titles, it won't be against...
Oh, there we go. There's a good look at the hat. I don't think we could get a close-up. Oh, man, it looks good. Bruno.
Some top-rated tag team. Well, surprise, 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 Lance Russell. Like Gomer Powell says, right here on TV, baby, we're going to get a hold of Soultrain Jones and Brickhouse Brown.
Right.
Well, see, you know what? I have something interesting, an interesting comment to make, you know. Whenever
That'll be different.
Oh, you're real funny. You're really funny today, ain't you, Lance Russell? You're as funny as these goofballs out here calling me a weasel, which they...
Yeah, don't tell Aphrodite that you use... to see why this got nuked on. They said for it was for trespassing and doxing.
You better stop out of the way. I'm not even gonna acknowledge them. You know.
Oh, but don't tell Aphrodite that you use AirPods, Ember. That's a big no-no for her.
Whenever a mother and father have a baby, you know, don't they usually spend 6 or 7 months, you know, when it's time for the baby, when a mother's expecting, thinking of going through books, watching TV, anything, just to get a good name for the baby. They think of, you know, Lance or Bruno, where, hey, you don't have a bad name. I'll give you credit for that. Your nose is a little bit big, but anyhow, what kind of mother and father, Mrs. Jones says, let's call our baby Soul Train, right? And then Mr. and Mrs. Bryan said, let's call our baby Brickhouse. But come on, Soul Train and Brickhouse. What kind of names are that for babies?
Wait a minute.
Seriously.
I guess maybe
Yeah, he had that black eye last week.
Bubba's parents decided to name him Big. Hey, come on. Wait a minute now.
See what happens when you get smart.
Okay.
His name is...
Hey, what are you trying to talk about me now, huh?
Hey, his real name for the day he was born is Big Bubba. His name is the Mighty Goliath, and my name is Downtown Bruno, Lance Russell.
Good
See,
name.
I'll tell you something.
Never change them, right?
That's exactly right, see. The only name that they ever changed their name to, see, is AWA Southern Tag Team Champions. You know what I'm saying? And I want to say something to all the tag teams out there, including Soul Train and Brickhouse, and anybody else that manages to get together and try to come after the AWA Southern Tag Team titles. Let me tell you something. The river was deep, baby, but we made it through, and now we are the champions, baby. And it's time
Didn't we already
You
hear?
got the titles for the moment. We'll find out whether you'll be able to keep them or not. You got quite a
I
challenge
think we already.
in there, and
Why
we'll
is
get
this
ready for it,
episode in
Dave.
here again? Yeah, I don't know. I just watched that whole promo. We already saw that. Hang on a second. There's like like 4 episodes of the 28th. Maybe because it was such a big show, the guy like put up the different feeds from different cities, but we don't have time for that. We got to go forward to April 4th.
Hello again, everybody. Lance Russell and Dave Brown right along ringside. Son of a gun, we are ready, as well as our great studio audience here, for another big day of championship wrestling.
Oh, today we got Humongous in here. He will have Paulie Dangerously in his corner.
Oh,
Will be in
wow.
our opening single match of the day. A bit later on, we will have the Hunter going against John Paul. That should be a great single match coming up. Then Jeff Jarrett team with the BT Express in tag team action. A bit later on, Pat Tanaka will be here in a single match. And then 6-man tag team action for our expiration of time event today. It'll be Boy Tony, Big Bubba, and the Mighty Goliath going against...
Your birthday's April 4th. That's not too far away. I'll make sure to do a whole entire day of Savvy Guy for you.
Paul Diamond, JT Southern, and Soultrain Jones.
Son of a gun. Sounds like we need an extra hour on championship
Right.
wrestling today to get it all in. In addition to that, we've got some wrestling news about 2 individuals I think you'll be interested in. Tommy Rich and Bam Bam Bigelow will be coming along with that news a little bit later on. Right now, timeout, and we're going to be back with that opening bout with Big Lord Humongous in just a moment.
John Paul.
Here with Mr. Paulie Dangerously, who's the manager and confidant of Lord Humongous.
Did he say Paul? Did he say Paul E. Dangerly?
Yes, that is right. First of all, Lance Romance, look, God, do I look good on TV? Woo, let me
Look at
tell
those
you something.
shades.
The first thing of business today is that I am very upset. See, in case you don't know, they suspended Easter Egg Head Bigelow because the bad man helped Jerry Lawler put Tommy Rich out of action. Now, you see, Lawler, I don't know what kind of strings you pulled, but you did go to the AWA, you did go to the CWA, you blackmailed somebody, you bribed somebody, you pulled in that one string that you had left, and you got yourself cleared. But you see, Lawler, I don't forgive that easy, and neither does my man Humongous. Now, let me tell you something. We destroyed a punk here last week. We're going to do it again this week because, quite simply, I'm here to show everybody that 1987 is indeed the year of living dangerously.
Yes.
With my friend Austin Idol and
Great
my friend
line.
Tommy Rich, who will be back, Jerry Lawler. Don't get too cocky out here. Don't get too confident. Lance Russell, you know that he will be back. Tommy Rich is a former world champion. That's something that Jerry Lawler didn't even accomplish. In fact, Jerry Lawler, you had a couple drinks last year because you didn't get the world title. Well, Jerry Lawler, that man Humongous, who only I can control, is going to put you
What
down.
was that little,
and so
like-
will Austin Idol, and so will Tommy Rich. The Dangerous Alliance is going to take
What was that like little motion that he made?
over in 1987, and there's nothing
It's got to be
that you
Kane.
can do about it. Come on, let's go show these people what you're made.
Okay, well, there is the word or several dozens of them from Paul Dangerously, and we're ready for the first bout, Dave.
Wow,
Judge
Randy.
is going to be one fall.
That's some
10-minute
serious
time limit.
synchronicity.
Humongous jumping him over in the corner over there. That's Ron Nations. Can't even get the warm-up jacket off, and Paulie Dangerously said, go get him.
That's right. You know, Lance Romance and Dave Brown, the finest weatherman ever to become a wrestling announcer. What you're looking at right now is the most awesome human machine of destruction on God's green earth. You see, when Austin Idol and Tommy Rich said to me that this guy can do anything I want him to do, there's your answer. Another trip to the hospital, and I should invest money in Memphis, General, because I know I'm going to be sending a lot more people there.
There it is, 1, 2, 3, and it didn't take him long. I don't think anybody denies the fact that Lord Humongous is one of the most impressive physical specimens we've seen in a long, long time, but...
I don't know. It just, I mean, I know this is like literally the very beginning of his career. So he's like, we're seeing him at his like greenest, but man, it's just a world of difference between him and the other big guys in the territory.
He still has a long way to go.
He does indeed. 33 seconds the time on it. The win for Lord Humongous.
Boy, he got it in 33. I'm sure.
Let me tell you.
Cody Turbo, they literally have a guy in here whose name is Dirty Rhodes.
Tell you something. Jerry Lawler and Bam Bam Bigelow made a serious mistake when they took Tommy Rich out of action. You see, Lawler, it was Austin and Tommy that made you only half a man. And you've done the same to Tommy, but let me tell you something. Half of Tommy Rich is a lot better than all of Jerry Lawler. And the ladies know what I happen to be talking about.
Uh-oh.
Show the film. But I sent that film crew down with my own money, so I want to see it aired.
Okay, Paul, here it is, a little conversation from Tommy Rich.
I come to Memphis for one thing a long time ago, and that was to wrestle Nick.
I thought this was Tanya. I thought this was Tanya Harding's honeymoon video for a second.
Bachman for the world heavyweight title, which Eddie Martin, the promoter there, had told me I would get a title shot. But who got the shot? Jerry Lawler. Had no beef with nobody there but you, Jerry Lawler. Right now, Tommy Rich's wrestling career is pretty shaky. Doctor don't know how long it'll be before I can wrestle again. But if it hadn't have been for Bam Bam Bigelow, Jerry Lawler, you'd have never hurt me. Because I'm going to tell you something,
What
Lawler.
was that?
Whether it's 6 months, a year, 5 weeks, I don't care.
Is this like part of a pillow, or is this? I thought at first he had a seashell in bed.
Jerry Lawler, Bam Bam Bigelow ain't
Jay
gonna be there
Lawler.
all the time.
Jerry Lawler.
A lot of broken-hearted ladies there in Memphis right
Oh
now.
my God.
Jerry Lawler, you gonna pay.
Well, there's Tommy Rich laying up in bed, something he didn't envision when he became involved with Austin Idol on Jerry Lawler.
Oh, sorry, Built to Spill. It looks like Cornette's bed. It could have been.
Let me tell you something. A former world champion deserves to be treated with respect. Jerry Lawler, Easter Egghead isn't here anymore. The bad man is gone. They sent him away. So now, Lawler, you
Easter
are all mine.
Egghead?
You're all Austin Idols. You're all humonguses. And like it or not, my man, Tommy Rich will be back. And when Tommy Rich gets his hands on you, Lance Romance, you better find yourself a new king of Memphis, because the king is going to be dethroned. That's a promise.
We hear it from Paul Dangerly, and we've heard that kind of comment before. I would like to remind you that Rich is out of action. We'll have the story on Bam Bam coming up in just a few minutes.
Accurate, it's me.
Great championship wrestling coming up Thursday, April the 9th in Marengo, Indiana at the Crawford County High School. Wrestling the 23rd of April in Henryville, Indiana at the high school. Great action coming up Wednesday night at the Evansville Coliseum. 8 big matches, including the return of Soul Man Rocky Johnson. A Southern Tag Title match, Soultrain Jones and the BT Express against Big Bubba and Goliath with Downtown Bruno. Lumberjack match, Pat Tanaka will be going against Jeff Jarrett. And finally, strapped together, the Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol and Jerry the King Lawler. I want to bring in right now Paul E. Dangerly.
Oh, he's going to do the
That's right.
interview.
You see,
Okay.
Bloomington has the Hoosers. And Evansville has the losers. And that's just like Jerry Lawler, a loser, a good wrestler, a very fine champion in his time. But when Austin Idol took that Southern title, we saw what a champion was all about. Isn't that right, Hart?
Oh, it's absolutely right. Get out of the way, punk, and let the class seal together here. As everybody well knows, well, maybe these ignorant fools don't know, Paulie.
Told him
but
to
we
leave.
were the ones who took the contract, Eddie Marlin. We said, oh, yes, bond us together. Strap us together, but strap us by chain, baby. Strap us by steel. We don't want no leather. Jerry Lawler said, a steel match. Steel strapped by a chain link. He says, no, I'm not man enough. I've never been man.
I don't know yet, since I only have like a couple hours, so I don't think we can do a movie. So I'm trying to find something. I'll figure out something, hopefully.
Enough, but yes, I will, just to save face. I'll take it. I'll take the match strapped together by the leather. So, Jerry Lawler, I can tell you this. You can strap me all night long, and I can tell you one thing.
Wow.
I like it. Just like some of the girls that I go out with, they like it too. But, Lawler, when I've got you down.
I guess so. That's what everybody's saying. Down. Wow.
begging for mercy, and you look up at Paulie dangerously, and you...
And he's in the main feud, and he's all of a sudden he's managing Austin Idol out of nowhere.
say, I can't take it no more. Who are you going to pray to? Are you going to pray to God? Who are you going to pray to? To Tammy Baker? Are you going to pray to Jim Baker? Are you going to pray to Oral Roberts up in the prayer tower? No one can help you in Evansville. You are done.
You're done.
Oh, boy, you think that wasn't something. Highland Rich weren't doing a whole lot of clapping after that little meeting in there. Coming on right now, one of the gentlemen that participated, the King, Jerry Lawler, along with promoter Eddie Marlin. Hey,
oh, no, Eddie Marlin.
So get you guys on this side of it. Jerry, we are delighted to have you out here, and I wanted to try to get a little information pertaining to Bam Bam. Eddie, we asked you to come out here because, as Paul Dangerly said a little bit ago, Bam Bam has been suspended.
Yeah, you know, that's why I wanted to come out with Eddie also. Paul didn't exactly tell the entire story. He made it appear that Bam Bam was suspended because of what we did to Tommy Rich, and that is not quite the case, because I didn't want people to think that Eddie Marlin saw what we did, which...
I don't really know what the overarching plan is for Lol Cow Rejects. Who knows what secrets lurk in the mind of OPC Don?
It was exactly the same thing that they did to me and suspended Bam Bam. The situation was this. I think if everybody remembers back, when Tommy Rich and Austin Idol first did the exact same thing to me and injured me, Eddie Marlin went to those guys. He made them go up before the Rules Committee of the CWA and the AWA. I thought they should have been suspended at the time. But what the Rules Committee finally decided on doing was fining those guys $5,000 each.
Right.
$5,000 is a lot of money to anybody, and you know, at the time I thought, well, that is a fair fine. I still thought they should have been suspended, but the Rules Committee didn't see it that way. But the money was a lot of money for those guys to lose. When I got back into action, I told Eddie Marlin, I told all the fans, the first chance I get, I'm going to return the favor to either Tommy Rich or Austin Idol, and both of them if possible. Eddie came to me and he said, Jerry, I want you to know that you're not going to be treated any different from those guys. If you do that, I'm sure that you're going to be fined also. And I told Eddie at the time, I felt like that was a small price to pay, because I know what I went through, and I just wanted those guys to go through the same thing. And after we got a hold of Tommy Rich, 2 days later, my phone rings, and Eddie said, well, I got a call from the Rules Committee, and you and Bam Bam are both going to be fined. And I said, you know, I expected that. And I gladly wrote out a check, and I paid my fine. But there was a little different situation with Bam Bam, wasn't it, Eddie?
That's right. You got a piece of tape. If you'll roll, we can explain to the people.
Let me say, you know, I had told Bam Bam beforehand. I said, Bam Bam, I want you to know we'll probably be fined. And his exact words were, I don't care. That's what you hear a lot from Bam Bam. You know, when you tell him this may happen or that may happen, Bam Bam he's simply a guy that just doesn't care about a whole lot of things.
Not a whole lot, that's right.
And what quite frankly happened, he refused to pay the fine. And then Eddie called him. They brought him up before the Rules Committee, which are about 4 guys that are officials with the AWA and the CWA, and they don't have a great sense of humor. And Bam Bam is not the kind of guy to conform to rules too easy. And we have, like you said, we have an interview from Bam Bam, and after you see this, you'll get some idea of how the fine came, or how the suspension came about, if we can watch it.
Okay, I meant...
It wasn't for his action in the ring, it was this.
Had pertained to the interview he had with the Rules Committee. I'm anxious to see this. Let's take a...
He's been on there, hasn't he? I think Dan was on at least one show.
look. Bam Bam Bigelow.
This board, this committee tells me I have to pay $5,000. I have to pay $5,000. Idol and Austin can ram Lawler's, that's right, in the post. Nothing happens to them. But me, the beast from the East, man, Bam Bam Bigelow, oh, you gotta pay $5,000,
Wow.
man. Me and the king get off. Bull, no, we don't. Them nuts get off. Well, I'm not taking $5 grand out of my wallet and giving it to nobody, man, because ain't nobody getting squat.
He's refusing to pay.
I ain't nobody to follow no rules. I went when I was 16 years old, man, had my head tattooed. Yeah, they said it was against the law because the ink could go to your brain and kill you. I didn't care.
Wow.
I was in prison when I was 18. I was a bounty hunter when I was 19. I was in jail in Mexico. I was shot twice.
This feels like a much bigger, more personal promo than I was expecting for why he wasn't going to pay the money.
I didn't care. But this committee tells me I have to pay $5,000 for doing damage to what's his name's.
What's his name?
Well, you can kiss my.
Uh-oh.
I apologize to the folks, but boy, I'll tell you, Bammer is something.
Now, you can imagine, here are four guys, sitting there on the Rules Committee, and Bam Bam Bigelow tells them that. And that's how.
That's why he was wearing the like nice shirt. Although we saw he was wearing jogging pants when he stood up, but they shot him wearing the shirt because that was supposed to be aimed at as if he were at the meeting telling the Rules Committee like that he wasn't going to pay. I didn't get that. I thought he was just.
I thought he kind of got off light. They only suspended him for 30 days. So the only thing I can tell you is Bam Bam is at the end of those 30 days, they think it's going to be a calming down period. But I think that when he comes back, he's going to be even more enraged. I think that this will just serve to make Bam Bam even wilder, if that's possible. But anyway, I just wanted to make sure that everybody didn't think that Eddie Marlin had anything to do with it.
Eddie, is there any chance that the Rules Committee will let him off on the suspension?
First swear word? It could be. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I can't think of too many other times.
No, I don't think so after what happened on that tape there.
Lots of slurs. I can't remember a lot of curse words, though.
And we really don't know yet. After the 30 days, he
Red
still
dress
might have to come up with his $5,000. Lawler paid his $5,000, said he was glad to. It was well worth it. But like Bam Bam said, he's not the one to follow the rules. And those four guys want you to follow the rules. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens.
Okay, well, there's the story of the Bammer. So he's cooler than he's
Bammer, but all I can say is, before I get through with Austin Idol, it may cost me another $5,000 because he's got it coming too. Is that right?
He's already got the check warmed up. Okay, Jerry. Thank you, Eddie, for coming out and clarifying that. Dave, I think we're ready for a little more.
I love how serious they took that. That was really fun.
More action right now, my boy.
You're right. We got a one-fall, 10-minute time limit match scheduled to go here. John Paul has just stepped into the ring, and as soon as his opponent gets here, we will get underway with our second match of the day. First one went to Lord Humongous as he defeated Ronnie Nations in 33 seconds. Here comes the Hunter with his mascot Bambi, who will be at ringside in his corner. This match, one fall, 10-minute time limit. John Paul out of Minneapolis, Minnesota at 226 pounds, and the Hunter out of Black Rock Mountain, Georgia at 231. One fall, 10-minute time limit match. Jerry Calhoun, the referee.
Okay, the attire of the Hunter is off, and John Paul is ready. This ought to be a good one, Dave.
Been looking forward to this one. Young John Paul, of course, in terrific shape, and the Hunter, I think we give him that. I don't like the tactics sometimes. Certainly don't like interference from Bambi.
I don't think he's
quite an athlete himself.
Hunter coming in, the first thing he had to holler over here at us was, why don't you tell him about Alan West? He's hot about, for those who did not see last week, the Alan West came out here in the middle of one. We won't go through the whole story, but he spirited Bambi away under his arm.
Like Bambi is carrying the deal here. I don't really care for the Hunter.
And just took her right on out of the studio.
That's right. Bambi had been interfering, and West just pulled her right out of here. The Hunter, John Paul, middle of the ring. And John Paul taken down. Hunter said, oh, the referee was pulling tights. That's the only way he could have done that.
Get this guy out of here. Get these guys out of here. He does stink.
Good moves by the Hunter as he popped him with a side headlock.
They have so many good jobbers, or they did. They had Garmin and Trailer were good. They had that black Billy Jack Haynes. Jim Jameson always takes good bumps.
Went both ways and then wheeled around behind. But look at John Ball. Good athlete. Referee Jerry Calhoun saying, come on, you guys. And there's Bambi. Center of the ring.
Hey, Bambi.
Backed into the corner now is John Paul. The Hunter is deceptive in his size. He doesn't have a lot of height conventionally that you think about, but boy, is he stocky, and I mean loaded with the muscles.
Lots of power.
He really does.
John Paul let fly with the right hand. The Hunter came back. I think he got him across the eyes with his fingers. John Paul over toward his corner. Headbutt by the Hunter.
What do you mean by hard cam? No, I'm just kidding.
Hunter likes to follow those big boots. He kicks a lot. He uses those boots to follow up.
That's, to me, one of the ways that you can really differentiate between the good and the great referees are the ones that have, like, a great referee has, like, really good camera awareness. And also, like, a good referee will make up for the fact that a bad heel, like, isn't masking what they're doing enough, and they'll find a way to be oblivious that's, like, halfway believable.
Some of his moves.
Front face lock.
I've been at indie shows before where the camera guy just will yell at a guy in a tag team match because he's come too far down on the apron.
Hunter keeping an eye also on Bambi over here because she has with regularity.
Or like if a manager stands up for too long.
From a lesser to a greater degree in the match of the Hunter. She gets her chance. You better believe she's going to take a whack at somebody in there. That's what Alan West had the big argument about. Chin locking him. You can see the Hunter there pulling back hard with that knee right there in the middle of his shoulder.
He's got a good one on him. Classic position there to keep the most pressure on. John Paul's going to have to work to get out of that one.
This guy's interesting, the blind guy. And then also there's that lady who keeps heckling Bambi like mercilessly.
Jerry Calhoun keeping a close eye on to be sure he hadn't dropped down on the throat for a chokehold. Ooh, I believe he may have jabbed him in the throat. The referee gives him a little warning about it, too.
Well, he's done it like 6
times. He got him right in the throat.
Now it matters.
I suppose the Hunter broke that hole, by the way. We just said John Paul's going to have to work to get out of it. It's not a hole you get a pin
I'm sorry.
out of, and I guess...
No, she's not saying Bambi's. She's saying boring, which is even better, which is one of my all-time favorite crowd insults.
The Hunter decided to change the pace a bit. Hunter swings and misses. John Paul with a good drop kick puts him down to the mat. Here's another one.
Here we go.
John Paul after him with a right hand. Hunter fired into the ropes, dumped over the back, coming off of there. John Paul from Minneapolis, Minnesota, going to work against the Hunter. Good upper arm. That staggered the Hunter, knocks him down to his knees.
Also, obligatory shout out to the guy at the Philadelphia Spectrum in the 70s through the 90s who yelled boring in every single match.
Oh, big arm across the back.
He was sitting down waiting for a backdrop, and bow! He nailed him with that elbow. And there's a power slam coming in from the Hunter. How about it? 2, 3, he got it.
I love that.
The Hunter comes up with a 1, 2, 3 on John Paul, and the victory belongs to the Hunter.
Time on it was 4 minutes, 3 seconds, 4:03, the Hunter, and the victory.
Time a little better than 4 minutes. We're going to take it out right now. We'll be back with more action in just a moment.
That guy at the Spectrum is such a legend, man. He knew right when to say it, too, to really piss him off.
On April the 9th, that's a Thursday, great card there, and Championship Wrestling coming up on Thursday, April the 12th.
EFD, please, $306.
23rd in Henryville, Indiana. But the big action takes place at the Evansville Coliseum Wednesday night. 8 big matches and a fantastic night. Brickhouse Brown opens up the card against Paul Diamond. Bucky Sigler against Jack Hart in the second match of the evening. J.T. Southern in the ring with the Hunter. Bambi will be at ringside. After that, Mr. Hilo and Mr. Shima. Tojo Yamamoto will be in their corner to go against Vic Steamboat and Alan West. Rocky the Soul Man Johnson returns to the Evansville Coliseum to do battle with Boy Tony. A Southern Tag Team Championship with Big Bubba and Goliath. Downtown Bruno will be in their corner to go against Soultrain Jones and the BT Express. A lumberjack match, Jarrett and Tanaka, and strapped together the King and the Heartthrob Wednesday in Evansville.
Yowza, we're about ready for action. We're going to be seeing Jeff and BT Express out here in just a moment. But before we do, would a day be complete without downtown Bruno?
Absolutely not, baby. Absolutely not, Lance Russell. Let me tell you something. I am really sick of this guy. I think I can shut up. I am sick and disgusted, see, with this BT Express deal, okay? Let me tell you something. Anybody with half a mind, and that qualifies you, well, almost anyhow, knows that BT don't stand for Big Trouble or Boy Tony or whatever. It stands for Billy Trevor.
Yeah, it's hard to knock his DJ skills. He's great for clipping. Well, I mean, to me, it's great for clipping because, like, he's like his actual behavior is always in such stark contrast to the music. It's just like it's always kind of artistic.
We all know that's Billy Travis. Everybody knows that's Billy Travis. We beat him in a loser leaves time match. So why is it, Lance Russell, that he can parade around with a mask on,
look at Dave
flaunting
Brown,
those initials BT in front of everybody, like he's making a mockery out of downtown Bruno, a mockery out of the system? I don't like it, see? So we all know what I did. I offered a $5,000 bounty.
Yes, you did.
A $5,000 bounty to anybody that could get a hold of that no-good BT Billy Travis and yank that mask off, see? But then, see, the reason that nobody has taken a mask off as of yet, I'll tell you why. Because everybody's gathering together saying, where's a little dirty-looking bum that don't shave and don't know how to dress, don't comb his hair, scratches himself? You know, where does a guy like this get all that money, see? Well, I don't have to walk around dressed flashy and looking all cool to have money because I made a lot of good money in this business.
Bruno's saying the reason that nobody has taken him up on his offer is because they don't think he has the money.
That's Russell, I wouldn't be on top. And I want to show all you people something right here. This is for all the wrestlers. Look at this.
There it is.
Cameraman zoom, baby. What we got here, what we got.
Oh my God, one of my all-time favorite things to say in an interview, cameraman zoom.
Here is $5,000 cold cash. American money, baby. Dead presidents all the way. Well, I'm going to tell you something. This is yours if you can yank that mask off that Billy Travis. And I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to make this offer to everybody. Pat here, Boy Tony, Bubba, Goliath, Paul Dangerously, Humongous, whoever wants.
He's dressed, Pat Tanaka is dressed like he's on an episode of Geraldo where it's like girl gang members.
This money, take that mask off. Hey, and the offer's good for Alan West, J.T. Southern, S.T. Jones, Paul Diamond, Jeff Jarrett.
S.T. Jones.
You interested, baby? That's about all I get to say because I think this money speaks for itself.
Yeah.
Go ahead, please.
You got a lumberjack match coming up, Pat. Now, this means there won't be any leaving.
That's right. So, Jeff, don't run away this time, all right? Because this time he's all mine. He's a no-good liar. And let me tell you something, Jarrett.
My God.
It's going to be me and you in a lumberjack match. That means no running off and only me in the ring with him.
Man.
No Boy Tony, no BT to hide behind. Me and
Leland, that
are
sounds
gonna get
right.
down. So watch it, Jarrett, because I'm coming after you, and I'm going to take you to pieces. All right?
I'm going to take you to pieces.
Well, Russell, one more time. Anybody's interested in this, hey, all you got to do is take that hood off, baby. Prime time, baby. Downtown Bruno. Oh, yeah. Going down.
Pat is a great wrestler in ring. I think he's rock solid, like all around athlete in the ring, but man, his promos are just the absolute shits.
Downtown Bruno, and Bruno repeating his bounty offer
with
that any
Hunter.
wrestler who can take the mask off of BT Express and prove that it is someone else that he claims that it is, then he pays him $5,000. He had a lot of dough there, I'll say that. We're ready for the next action.
How many different songs are these guys going to come out to? This is a really strange song for... Isn't this Word Up?
Jarrett, the BT Express in the ring for a 1-fall, 10-minute time limit match going against them at a total weight of 485 pounds. From Memphis, Tennessee, Keith Eric. From Parts Unknown, the Thunderbird at a total of 428 pounds. From Parts Unknown, the BT Express. And from Nashville, Tennessee, Jeff Jarrett. 1-fall, 10-minute time limit. Referee Jerry Calhoun. It's BT Express starting against the Thunderbird.
Just two absolute rednecks coming out to Word Up.
Thunderbird with the most weight of any of the 4 wrestlers participating in there. His partner Keith Eric. BT backs over, tags Jeff Jarrett. They do move in and out of that ring well. Look at Jeff. Picked him straight up in the air, pounded him down. Good move. And a whip across the ring. The elbow catches him very solid.
Just cut his feet out from under him when he hit it there. Just knocked him right down to the mat. Jeff with a good follow-through here. Out of the corner, and the tag on his partner, the BT Express.
See, we need a heel commentator here who can be like pointing out the fact of being like, hey, Dave, don't you think it's kind of a coincidence that BT Express has the exact same height and weight as Billy Travis?
Ooh, right hand. Boy, he really got the Thunderbird.
Solid right coming off those ropes as he dropped down on the Thunderbird. There's a tag on Keith Eric. Thunderbird out. Keith Eric in. We've seen Keith a good bit more than we have the Thunderbird, and he's a testy one. Reversal. BT backdrops him, center of the ring.
Keith just kind of bounced out of the corner, and he bounced right into trouble. BT was waiting for him, scooped him up, slammed him, now drops down with the upper arm. Tag has been made, and Jeff Jarrett, the official man in the ring now. Little double up as Keith Eric comes off the ropes. BT steps out, and Jeff Jarrett.
I think Dog got involved somehow in that Gabby Petito thing. So when I do my Savvy Guy presentation, what do you guys think about this topic for the presentation of I'll do There Are No Trad Girls?
Drop down. Eric and Jeff both back on their feet now. A little hair pulling, it looked like.
It sure is.
Hey, Jerry Young. Yeah, they got suspended for 1,000 years for trespassing and doxing.
Tag on the Thunderbird again. Jeff keeping an eye on Eric over there. It looked like he might not have had his business finished with him, but he zipped out of there and tagged the Thunderbird. Thunderbird with a standing side headlock. And Jeff reverses it up top with a wrist lock. Oh, the Thunderbird trying to...
You think that'll work, Joe Shabatoni? There are no trad girls.
Doubled it up, and he never could get a good grip on it. And Jeff took him right down to the mat. Tags out to BT.
BT Express picking up the Thunderbird, and he slams him. Jeff slammed him early in the match.
Oh, hey, Mindful Exposure.
Spent a lot of time flying into the rope, into the mat. BT off the middle rope. Whoa. Boy, he was leaping a little bit.
Well, yeah, I guess at least I got the date with Joe. I got most of the footage of Grace's date with Joe.
More than halfway across the ring, he went there.
He really did.
BT Express. Tag made by the Thunderbird. BT helped him out, says, come on in here. Flips Keith Eric over the top rope. Picks him up. Drops him down near the corner. BT using the rope, springs off of him, drops down with the right arm. Tag on Jeff Jarrett. Good drop kick on Keith Eric out of the ropes, and a cover. Counts at 2.
Trad girl challenges.
Now 3, it's all over. 3 minutes, 18 seconds the time. Jeff Jarrett and the beat.
Actually, I thought about it. The concept came to me when I was at the library yesterday.
BT Express get the victory. Good.
There was some like renovations been going on for a while, and they're finishing it up, so the library like looks significantly different on the inside. But the reference desk is identical to the way it's always been. So like my brain doesn't like that there's like this one remaining like thing from the past of the library surrounded by all this new stuff, which ironically all of the new stuff is like, it's like a 70s mid-century modern type of theme. So like it looks, everything's brand new, but it's like like that old nostalgic vibe. But anyway, my brain was like struggling processing the old style reference desk with the new library, and then I was like, there are no trad girls, and that was it.
Double teamwork there with BT and Jeff getting it together. BT nailed him good. Jeff came in with one of those super drop kicks. He really gets up in the air.
I mean, isn't Rumble the last kind of maybe viable place that's still available to him?
Put him down and got a 1-2-3 before he could regain his composure again. The winners, Jared and BT Express. We've got Pat Tanaka coming up in a single match. Also a 6-man scheduled for this day. Back in a moment. Coast to coast. I hear that noise. Yowza. At least Soultrain, and he's not by himself. Coming in, Jeff and Billy and Soultrain. All right, BT. And the train. How you guys doing in there? Well, I'll tell you one thing. It looks like the action.
But Bob Brown, where are we going to find the trad girls to do the challenges when there are no trad girls?
And it's getting nothing but hot and heavy, Jeff. You got that lumberjack match in there, and Pat Tanaka was talking about in the lumberjack match coming up this week. Train, can we get you right over here on the side? There we go, so we can see everybody. The lumberjack prevents anybody from running away from the ring, brother.
Exactly.
Boom,
Right, Lance.
you're going to be right back in.
The rules of the match are, when one person gets thrown out, you get thrown right back in. I'm going to have 3 or 4 of my buddies out there. Yeah, I guarantee you, BT's promised me Tanaka ain't going nowhere.
Nowhere.
First things first, though. Tanaka, you come out here running your mouth, telling me...
You want me to run an ad in the newspaper looking for trad girls?
Telling everybody that I'm a liar. Well, the truth is, you know what happened last week in that match. When I followed you outside that ring, you were nowhere to be found. You ran clear to the back of the Coliseum. I didn't see him, Lance. So this week, that's why I got this lumberjack match. There's no running, brother. It's just me and you in the ring, one-on-one. And you're going to wish you never stepped in the ring with me, brother, and that is a promise.
I think we're going to have a little settling of issues in there in this one. And that's not all of it. Soultrain and BT Express will be teaming together to go for the Southern Tag titles against Big Bubba and the Mighty Goliath.
Yeah, Lance, Bubba and Goliath are big, but they're dumb. Me and BT, we're powerful and fast. We're going to put damage on them, baby.
That's the kind of accommodation you need if you're going to get them away from those guys.
You know, Lance, first of all, I'd like to talk about one other thing. Downtown Bruno comes out here and wants to put $5,000.
Very valuable mask right there, BT.
And he showed the money, didn't
Yes, he did.
Well,
I mean, I honestly, legitimately think now seeing this, if Vince would have let him work the way that he can work, I think he would have been a completely credible, like, Intercontinental Champion level guy for sure. I mean, like, he didn't get to do anything in WWF.
let me tell you something, Bruno. This mask is not coming off for you or nobody else. Now, the AWA Southern titles. Soultrain and myself, Bubba and Goliath, get ready, because we're no strangers to titles, and we're going to take those titles, believe me.
New
Bruno,
champ.
stick your nose in, brother. $5,000, boom.
Okay, that's just a couple of what's going to be a great week of
I
action.
got one more word to say to you, brother. I know you're back there listening. The match is...
If I was feuding with these guys, I would come up with a new thing each week that I would say that the BT stood for.
Lumberjack match. No more running. The running's over. It's just going to be me and you in the ring, brother. And I guarantee you, like I said before, you're going to wish you never stepped in the ring with me, brother.
Okay, Jeff, BT, and Soultrain. Sound like we got some serious stuff ahead this coming week. Dave, we got some action coming up right now.
Oh,
We've got a
no.
match coming up right now with Pat Tanaka coming in here to go against David Askins. Here comes Tanaka, led by his manager. You see him leaping over the top rope there. And then leaping out of the ring over the top rope. I didn't know he was that athletic. Downtown Bruno we're talking about.
Stick around for 2 or 3 hours, and he'll tell you how athletic and everything else he is, Dave.
Yeah, I imagine it won't be that long till we hear from him. Here he is over here. David Haskins out of Memphis, Tennessee. Pat Tanaka.
Why are you in damage control, Hurricane Paro?
From Hawaii. 1 fall, 10-minute time limit match.
Are you being canceled?
Ooh, gets hit with a shoulder, but David Haskins steps over.
Lance Russell, let me tell you something. I hear this BT Express out here time and time again. Why don't you just call him Billy Travis? Why do you call him BT Express? Are you trying to assault my intelligence? I realize these typical people down here in the South don't have any intelligence. I realize that, Lance Russell. But can't you just admit to these people, show them a little bit of respect, even though they don't deserve it, and say that that's Billy Travis? Not the
Hey, I'm
BT
reading what's on his mask. It says BT. That's an expensive mask. You put $5,000 up on it.
Yeah, that's right, because it's the principle of the thing. Because I'm going to make a lot more than $5,000 when I know good stinking Travis. Whoa, 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 whoa,
There goes your boy.
No! When I know good stinking Travis is out of here forever. Because Eddie Marlin said that if we can pull that mask off and prove that that's Billy Travis, which obviously, naturally, it is, then he'll be out of here. We won't have him to worry about anymore, Lance Russell.
There's no denying that. Eddie Marlin made the statement. You prove that it's Billy Travis by pulling the mask
The turnbuckles are just duct tape.
off in the ring, and he'll be gone.
I saw that a lot of on the Indies.
We're going through, like I said, Bubba, Goliath, Paul Diamond, JT Southern, ST
Paul
Jones,
Diamond.
Brickhouse Brian, Lance Russell, Dave Brian, Brickhouse's cousin. It don't matter, see.
Brickhouse's cousin.
Jerry Lawler, you need a few extra dollars. Jeff Jarrett, you think you need a few bucks. Austin Idol, Paul Dangerly, Humongous. It don't matter. And hey, somebody else I didn't mention out there, of course, my good friend Hunter, and I'd like to make an offer to Bambi, okay? Bambi, I know you're listening somewhere. I want you to see if you can try to take that mask off, because I know you're a lot tougher, a lot badder, and a heck of a lot meaner than BT, Billy Travis. So Bambi,
BT,
if you can get Hunter to bring you down to ringside next time BT Express is wrestling, maybe you can have Hunter just sort of step aside, take care of the tag partner, and you can get in the ring, Bambi, and you can take that mask off that no good BT Express, and you can make yourself $5,000 from Fort Duquesne Boulevard, all the way from the Mellon Bank, baby. Fort Duquesne Boulevard, downtown Pittsburgh, PA, from downtown Bruno. And right now I got the unbelievable Pat Tanaka, one half of downtown Bruno's prime time, baby, in the ring, making a mockery out of this David Haskins. And I taught him a little bit about how to street fight on Fort Duquesne Boulevard. And he put that in with that
got the shoulder
that
there.
martial arts, and now he's unbeatable. Because it's like I always say,
What?
downtown born and downtown bred. And when I die, baby, I'll be downtown dead. And I taught Pat Tanaka a little bit about that. And now you can see him in there with the red and the black leopard skin. Boom!
Oh, what a
Look what
sell.
he's doing to David Haskins. The guy got stars on his boots. The only stars, baby, in this guy's life are the ones before his eyes, Jack, because that's all he is nothing. Everything is a fantasy with this man. He's in the ring trying to beat prime time, but he can't do it, Lance Russell. He can't do it. It's impossible. You can't beat Pat Tanaka. You can't beat Boy Tony. You can't beat Goliath. You can't beat Big Bubba, and you can't beat Downtown Bruno. It's like Mama says, it bees that way sometimes, and this is one of them
What?
times that it bees that way because this guy is hopeless. He's beyond repair. Look at the guy rolling around the ring like a
That's
turtle.
because somebody grabbed him in the eyes, which is illegal. By
Oh, this is an ongoing issue, Hurricane Paro. You just got to get past it, brother. You got to help. You got to pick up Lol Cow rejects on your shoulders and carry it across the finish line.
the way.
See what you did? You ruined it, Lance Russell. I was going for a world record. Have you ever heard anybody talk for that long without stopping? Absolutely not. I'm just a little bit better than everybody else, Lance Russell. I'm better than you are. I'm better than Dave Bryan is. I'm better than Eddie Marlin. I'm better than anybody because I'm downtown Bruno and you're not. And this guy thought by cheating he could try to take advantage of Pat Tanaka. Well, let me tell you something. Just when he thinks he got the answers, baby, that's when we changes the questions. You understand what I'm trying to say to you, Lance Russell? It's like Mama says, like I said it before, it bees that way sometimes. And now look at that. Jerry Calhoun don't care about the fist. He don't care about the pull
Be
of the
that
tight.
way sometimes.
You can all see right there. He don't care about nothing. He don't care about elbow to the throat. Come on, Pat. Come on, Pat.
Come on, Pat.
I never heard anybody talk that long and not say anything.
That's what I was thinking, and not say anything at all.
Here we go. Oh, yeah, baby. Jeff's laughing to death. Yeah, I love it, Lance Russell. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Put him away, baby!
Going against the tough David Haskins, Tanaka showing how he does incorporate the martial arts.
Slow.
He takes him right back, stands him on the shoulder. 1, 2, 3, and that is the match.
Lance Russell, let me tell you something. That is how you beat an opponent. That is how you make a name for yourself. That is what Downtown Bruno, Pat Tanaka, prime time is all about.
4:26 the time on it.
Hey, Lance Russell.
The official winner, Pat Tanaka.
And then you're going to see, Lance Russell. Yeah, Russell. That's what
Super
we're gonna
Tour.
do.
Super Tour 87 is coming soon to these cities: Memphis, Tennessee; Jackson, Mississippi; Hot Springs, Arkansas;
Trad Girl training show.
Nashville, Tennessee; Atlanta, Georgia; Chattanooga, Tennessee; Louisville, Kentucky; Knoxville, Tennessee; Evansville, Indiana; and Bristol, Tennessee. Look for championship wrestling coming soon to these areas: Saturday, April 25th, Franklin, Kentucky at Franklin Simpson High School; Friday, April 24th, Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, Lawrence County High; Thursday, April 23rd, Henryville, Indiana, Henryville High School; Friday, April 17th, wrestling comes to McEwen, Tennessee at the high school gym. Also Friday the 17th, Houston, Mississippi at the elementary school. Thursday, April 16th, action in Birdstown, Tennessee, Birdstown Elementary. Saturday, April 11th, wrestling returns to Chattanooga, Tennessee at Memorial Auditorium with a super spectacular card with 6 main events. Friday, April 10th, Tuckerman, Arkansas at the high school. Sunday, April 5th, Jackson Coliseum, Jackson, Tennessee. Match time 8 o'clock. This Friday night, wrestling in Fulton, Mississippi, Itawamba Junior College. This Thursday night, Marengo, Indiana, Crawford County High. Also Thursday night, Livingston, Tennessee, Livingston Elementary School. This Wednesday night, a hot card in Evansville, Indiana, Evansville Coliseum. Tuesday night, wrestling in Louisville, Kentucky at the Louisville Gardens. Monday night, Memphis, Tennessee, the Mid-South Coliseum.
Oh, wow.
And tonight, championship
South
wrestling in
Coliseum.
Jonesboro, Arkansas, American Legion Arena. Also action tonight in Nashville, Tennessee, Fairgrounds Sports Arena. Don't miss the most exciting night of action in professional
on,
sports. Championship
ATF Media.
wrestling coming your way.
That was dirty. 30 seconds.
Wrestling coming up. Want to
Boy, they
remind
really
you
picked
again,
a great
Thursday,
clip.
April the 9th in Marengo, Indiana.
Marengo.
Wrestling at the Crawford County High School. And wrestling Thursday, April the 23rd in Henryville, Indiana. Wrestling action coming up in Evansville, Indiana, Wednesday night. 8 big matches, including a Southern Tag Team Championship, Big Bubba and Goliath, with Downtown Bruno against Soultrain Jones and the BT Express. Also, a lumberjack match. Jeff Jarrett, you get your chance at Pat Tanaka with lumberjacks around the ring.
That's right, Randy. Today we're doing a lot of talking out here, but Wednesday night when we get in that ring, the talking's going to be over, Tanaka. It's
They're
just going to be
letting,
me and you
Randy get a lot of
one-on-one.
interview
Lumberjack
time.
rules, brother. Last Wednesday night, I ran you clear to the back of the Coliseum, brother, and I didn't see that till the night was over, brother. But this week I got you one-on-one, lumberjack rules, and brother, you're going to wish you never stepped in the ring with me.
Good luck to you, Jeff. I want to bring in right now the King, Jerry Lawler. Austin Idol had a lot of talking to do, as usual, but the King ready to go, Jerry, in the strap match.
You know, I heard Austin Idol's interview, and he's talking about how he wanted a chain match, how he loves to be beat with a leather strap. Well, what the problem is, he's missed the whole...
Well, if we're working off of a baseline that there are no trad girls, then maybe, you know, we have to try to make trad girls in like a weird science kind of a way.
Point of this match. It's not that I wanted that leather strap out there to beat him with, although it will come in handy, and I think we'll just find out how much he likes being beat with a leather strap. The whole idea of the strap match, Idol, is so that all night long you won't be able to get any further than 10 feet away from me, brother. You won't be able to jump out of that ring. If you do, I'll just yank you right back in there. You won't be able to run to the back of the building or up on the stage or anywhere. You won't be able to get, like I said, further than 10 feet away from me. And what that boils down to...
Yeah, I watch Randy's lives every once in a while. I just feel bad because I know he has so much knowledge and he's like such a valuable like mind. You know, he just was around for so much stuff and like hardly anybody watches his show.
Is you and me. And that's what it's all about. That's what it's all come down to. It's the time to end all the foolishness and all the talk that he likes to spout off. It's time to see who the better man is.
Basically, the Trad Girl Challenge show, as I envision it, would just be reenacting. Remember from the old 80s and 90s sitcoms, whenever the daughter would be ready to date, like the dad would like take her out and like set the expectations for how she should behave. I think I think even like Family Guy and Simpsons have episodes like that, I want to say, or at least Family Guy does. But it would be that kind of a scenario.
Is Idol, and I'm going to prove to you Wednesday night when I get you on the other end of that strap that it's the king.
Okay, we're about ready to go.
Basic etiquette, conduct.
With our six-man match. Before we do, we'll have some visitors coming by, one of whom I thought we had heard enough of for an entire month, much less today. I'm talking about downtown Bruno. The Hunter is here with Bandy and the Big Giant.
Let me tell you something, Lance Russell. Let me tell you.
I thought about it because of the thing of the trad girl sitting in the room with ATF and not acknowledging his flatulences. Like, I think Peter Griffin did that to Meg. Like, he like rolled the windows up and then like was trying to teach her not to react.
Out here. Last week, I was in an 8-man tag team match, a very crucial match. I was over there beating that little punk, Jeff Jarrett, up in the corner. And what happened? When I had my back turned, Alan West came out here and kidnapped Bambi. What is this little lady going to do? She's never interfered in nothing. She just stands by the ringside. And he came out here and took her out in the hall outside, picked her up, and threw her against the wall. Look at her hip. Can you believe that? Look at her hip over here. She can't even hardly walk. Well, I'm telling you, Alan West, this is not the end of it. Where's Alan West today?
Doesn't happen to be here today.
Because
I mean, they could go on Twitch, but I'm just being real. They would be banned really fast unless they changed some of their like language. They would have to be really mindful of that. Twitch is much, much less forgiving than YouTube on that kind of stuff. I think we were thinking Rumble would probably be the best option as far as something they could monetize.
He heard that I'm looking for him. He's the #1 man on my list. Alan West, when I get a hold of you, it's going to be the end of his career.
Okay, we'll be looking forward to it. Alan West, I'm sure, will get word of exactly what you said.
You won't see him anymore, Lance.
He is not here today.
You feel okay, baby?
I kind of agree, Joe. I think it just depends on how long, but like a lot of the people that's just Twitch is a completely different world than YouTube, and the people that use it, the people that stream there. Like, you can definitely tell the people who are just dual streaming or they're there because they have to be.
Can you believe that, Lance?
That's right, Lance Russell. You listen to me, Alan West. You regret the day you ever put your hand on me. The Hunter's going to see to that.
That's right, baby. Exactly.
That's one side of the story.
They kept banning me for watching Alex Jones videos on there.
That situation there really upsets me because Hunter and Bambi are close personal friends of mine. Alan West got a lot of nerve laying his hands on her. Well, Hunter's going to take care of that. And now, boy, Tony naturally takes care of everybody he steps in the ring with, so that's no problem there. Now we got BT Express, who we all know is Billy Travis.
The Bruno Show.
Exactly. And his ugly partner, S.T. Jones, the walking goofball. Looks like Mr. Potato Head, you know what I mean? Well, let me tell you something, Lance Russell. When my AWA Southern Tag Team champions, Big Bubba and the Mighty Goliath, almost 1,000 pounds of magnificence, massive hulking brutes, and downtown Bruno. This is my downtown connection, see what I mean? When we get a hold of S.T. Jones and BT Express, we're going to show them what professional wrestling is. We're going to show them what a tag team is. And we're going to show them what hurting's all about. Because we open up that can, baby.
Yeah, there we go. That's a good name. We'll start a new channel, Trad Girl Rejects.
We're going to show you how we do it downtown Pittsburgh, baby. It's like I said before, and I'll say it again. Downtown born and downtown bred. When I die, I'll be downtown dead. And I told Bubba and I told Goliath the same thing. And we're going to hurt them. We're going to make them suffer. We're going to rip that mask off. We're going to rip them eyes out, and they ain't no way going to beat us.
Okay, you heard it. We let them run on and on and on. We're ready to go to the ring right now. We got a 6-man coming up, Dave.
Oh my gosh, look at that team. Former drug addict Paul Diamond, JT Southern, and Soultrain Jones.
Tony, Big Bubba, and the Mighty Goliath. That ring on the ring apron right now was downtown Bruno back over in their corner.
Like, Twitch is better as far as copyright. Like, we could be watching WrestleMania over there. Or, like, when I was shut down here over the foot thing, the foot girl drama, I went to Twitch and was like watching WWF house shows from the 80s, like. But as far as like having any kind of discussions or watching like Thorpe stuff or anything that's not like super like sanitized, it gets shut down pretty quick.
A downtown connection, as I'm sure you've heard Bruno call him many times. And there he is. Soultrain Jones, Paul Diamond, JT Southern stepping up on the ring apron. The match to the expiration of time here. We got
the Three Stooges.
Greeting the crowd. Total weight on one side of the ring, 705 pounds out of Thunder Bay.
It's so weird to be thinking like, man, I can't believe Virgil stuck with these jobbers. Like, that's a unique viewpoint I have since seeing him in Memphis. But I'm like, wow, really? He's paired up with these jobbers?
Ontario, Canada, Paul Diamond. Fort Lauderdale, Florida's J.T. Southern. And Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania's Soultrain Jones. Across the way, the total weight is 1,062 pounds. Out of St. Louis, Boy Tony. Miami, Big Bubba. And from downtown Pittsburgh, the mighty Goliath.
From downtown Pittsburgh.
And we're about ready to go. Bruno!
Right there, baby.
I'll tell you,
Why don't you announce to the people viewing at home who don't have the ability to be here, but we have in our audience today the entire Girl Scout troop from Memphis, Tennessee. Why don't you announce we have the Girl Scouts here from Tennessee? Girl Scouts.
All right, Bruno.
Me cookies, still cookies over there. All the Girl Scouts here today, Lance Russell.
Well, the only thing I can say for that is that he's picking on somebody's own side.
Yeah, that's true.
Lance Russell, I know you're not talking about mentality, baby, because if I put you on...
It ended up, though, overall, Randy, even though it did kind of like, I don't know, it kind of jaded me a little bit. But, like, I feel like overall it turned out for the best because I consolidated, like, who I wanted to clip and, like, how I wanted to do, like, just kind of like how I was going to move forward with, like, my content. It made me, like, focus up a little bit more.
On you. We like fighting an unarmed man. You know what I mean?
Big Bubba tosses Paul Diamond off to the side, bounces him down into the mat. Diamond up, back fighting away. That's a good pairing right in there.
Diamond fired into the ropes. He ducks under, coming off there. Good move. Look at him. He tried to press Big Bubba. Bubba catches him, drops him over the knee with a backbreaker.
Stop talking long enough to let somebody else get awarded an edge west. I think it's real funny, Lance Russell. There's this big, fat, ugly woman with buck teeth in the audience calling Goliath Big Blimp. A big, fat, ugly woman calling Goliath a Big Blimp.
Oh my God, Bruno.
You believe that? You got some old buck-toothed farmer over there in a dirty shirt, work boots, and a funny hat with a sign.
Now Bruno's tearing down individual crowd members.
King Jerry Lawler.
I don't want to hear it.
Well, Lawler, if that's the kind of people that look up to you. Look at him there. Look at that buck-toothed varmint. If that's the kind of guy that looks up to Lawler, I thank God that these people don't look up to me. Lawler, you got some pathetic fans out here.
Tag from Diamond to Soultrain as Soultrain comes in with mighty Goliath. Goliath having taken the tag.
Paul Diamond is still doing that Borderlands cell shading painting on himself for some reason. We never see him anymore, it doesn't seem like.
From Big Bubba. It is a large team on this side of the ring.
It's a large team.
Connection. It's large, too, if you count the hat size. Have you ever seen three egos that size? The three of them are tripping over each other to get to the TV camera. The three of them got such big heads, I swear. Oh, Lance Russell. And you got that Valley boy over here, JT. It's like, oh, totally like Southern, you know?
Wow, he's tearing everybody
JT,
down.
And you got this guy here with the fist. Come on. And you got Diamond over there. He rolls around in the dressing room floor before the matches, comes out here all filthy dirty.
Imagine Bruno coming onto a John Galt panel and just insulting each person one by one, like as soon as he gets there.
You know, doesn't have any respect for professional wrestling, doesn't have any respect for being on television. I mean, come on, give me a break.
Tag on JT.
It's like totally like jag me with a spoon. I mean, oh my, it's like, oh, it's so Valley, you know what I mean?
Renee, I haven't watched his live streams, but I've definitely seen some like individual videos. The trad girl would watch the video like the one that we watched. So she would want to learn it just so that she would know, but not like impress her, not try to show her knowledge off to the detriment of the viewing experience.
Let's go to the beach, you know. Him and Alan West, you know what I mean? It's like totally.
Renee had his run with the OxyContin. Oh, that's what Ruby did on the stream. I was like halfway asleep and in like a weed haze when I was watching Ruby last night. And then all of a sudden she's like, look at this giant bag of methadone. And like I woke up and I was like, what? And I hit the clip button like immediately.
Oh, boy. Dancing into the ring right now, it's Boy Tony. He's going to be facing JT Southern.
Boy, that downtown Bruno gets me mad. I feel like sometime I'd like to roll him up and smoke him or something like that. Get rid of him. Oh. Tony down hard as JT took him over with the arm bar on him. He hooked that arm and bam, took him right down on the mat. But boy, Tony bounces right back up.
Boy, Tony had a handful of hair as he yanked JT back onto the rope.
Okay, all the Ruby stream, now that I've remembered that, I've pulled that one memory out of the file. It's like the entire file is available now. And yeah, I just saw you say that in the chat, Anand. Like, Ruby was on fire last night with the raps. Like, it went on forever. I thought it was a really good stream.
Look at JT. Good shot as he ducked right under. Came back with a drop kick and put Boy Tony down.
Couple of minutes on our expiration of time as the battle goes on, and it's a good one. Diamond Soul.
Even after the freestyle raps ended and she was just talking to chat, she would still throw in like a
Train. And JT going against Big Bubba, Mighty Goliath, and Boy Tony. Here comes Goliath. From behind, JT double-fisted right at the neck. Tag again on Boy
double-fisted.
They're making those quick tags, but they're double-teaming him every time. JT
that can't be the same guy. It just can't be.
Off the foot up, coming off of there, makes the tag on.
Remember when Steven Seagal like changed overnight and became like a completely different person, and he like looked completely different? And then it also happened a second time when he went from like environmental activist to like Russian Sambo expert or whatever. But like I think that's what happened to JT Southern. I think he's been swapped somehow. It can't be the same guy. He just doesn't have the like aura anymore.
Soultrain Jones. Soultrain goes after Boy Tony. Look out.
Here we go, all of them.
Yeah, there was the big car accident outside. Man, what a great stream, and I completely forgot about it.
All six of them in the ring. The referee trying to get them separated. Up now 7. Downtown Bruno.
When she was talking about the car accident, I remember I said in the chat something like, it's like Pete Rose says, when you drink and drive, or when it comes to drinking and driving, don't take the gamble.
There, he throws some kind of powder, but he missed. He hit Boy Tony in the eyes with it. Soultrain, he got it. Soultrain,
oh man, clean pinfall over Boy Tony.
And downtown Bruno cost Boy Tony that fall.
Okay, we're going to check our clock, and we'll be back with you with more championship wrestling action in just a moment.
I mean, I remember that, the Steven Seagal cop show, now that you're bringing it up. I wonder if we could watch that on here.
Well, downtown Bruno was a responsible party in that particular situation in there.
He was indeed. The referee didn't see him up there. Otherwise, he would have been disqualified. But it didn't matter because as he threw that powder at Soultrain Jones, Soultrain saw it come and ducked. It hit Boy Tony right in the eyes. Soultrain dropped on him, covered him the count of 3, and downtown Bruno cost his team that fall.
Yeah, he was a little testy. We were getting on him as he left the area right here about it. But he did, in fact, cost them the fall. Hey, we're out of time. Next week, right back again.
Oh shoot! All right. Okay, I don't have time to watch another thing, but let's get caught up on the Grace thing. Sorry, ATF media.
I'm 0.8 miles away from Fat Camp right now, and I have a bike and a camera. I feel something cooking, you know? I feel something in the air. Oh, Twiggy just messaged me back. Yo, where you at?
Joe Shabatoni gifted a sub.
Out of breath. Twiggy!
Great timing.
I can't believe you answered the message. You're the only one here? No way. You came to get a video? You want to go to the bar and have a drink?
No, I can't drink. I have food poisoning.
Really?
I ate 5 McDoubles yesterday.
Come on, it's right down the road. I know a bunch of cool guys there.
Gotta get that real quick. But yeah.
I'm not on the property.
Technically not.
No.
Technically
No.
not. But
So you kind of should have invited me in before doing that. Come on, man. Don't be so hostile.
I don't know the code.
You're stuck here and they didn't give you the code, so you can't leave?
Yeah, no, I'm waiting for my ride to the airport right now.
So come get a beer. They can pick you up at the bar down the road.
I can't. I'm not leaving the property.
Why not? Come on, bro. You're so small you could fit through right here. You don't need to know the gate code.
Wow.
See? You're free. You're free. You're free. No, now you have to come with. Now you have to come with. I know, it's $100. Come on, man. Twiggy, you know you want to. You want to try out my bike? You want to try out my bike? You don't want to go to the bar. You want to give me a tour?
I can't.
Why not? You can have guests. You're the only one here. You're the only one here.
It's not my property, though.
It's not Keem's property? What, are you scared of Keemstar?
If I was scared of Keemstar, you know, would I have done this?
Gotten a mohawk? I have no idea. I thought he made you do that. Your employee has slandered me. He's dragged me across the coals. He got my YouTube channel taken down. Well, just come have a beer.
I don't drink.
Okay, a Sprite, a soda. Come on. I'm not good enough to squeeze here through here, but I could hop.
I'm not sure if I can or not, Cody Turbo, but I watched one of his movies the other day, and just for no reason at all, like no reason at all at the end of it, it's just him performing with an orchestra.
Fence, you could just give a 5-minute tour, then I'll leave. I'll leave you alone. You're not gonna get in trouble.
Good idea.
You're not gonna get in trouble. What are you gonna do? You go call the cops on yourself?
No,
I can be here if you invite me in.
I'm gonna get Sean Oliver from Kayfabe Commentaries, and he's gonna interview me. And he had a series called Fantasy Booker, where he would have people like book famous, like, you know, wrestling events. How would they have done it differently? I'm gonna fantasy book Fat Camp.
There we go.
You called the cops on me? Hello. How are you doing? What's up?
How you doing today, sir? Doing good. That's good to hear. Are you the one that called? I am not, but I know why they called. Okay. And it's because we were doing a live event here, and they drove all the way from where?
I biked from the cemetery down the road over here.
From the cemetery. I just saw your dad drive by, but they've been basically stalking the event, trying to find any way to break it.
Wow.
That's not true. He invited me to come see them.
There was no invite to the.
Yeah, he just DM'd me and said, "Where are you at?"
Wow.
To meet up with me. I asked him out for a beer. He said, "Yeah, where are you at?" He just invited me here. He's like trying to trap me, dude. I came here. I came to the gate. I told him I'd wait for him at the gate. He said, "Yeah."
Are you a manager here? No. So I'm just a guest. Okay. The person who rented out the property, he left this morning, so we're leaving tomorrow. So we're just waiting for everybody else to, you know, get their stuff packed up and.
Officer, these two people, this girl and her dad, they talked about us on the internet, and then they drove on a public road to get here, and then I told her I talked to her online, so she came by here, and now I need your help.
Ready to go. Okay. But we do not want anybody on the property. Right.
I wasn't gonna go in unless he asked me in.
Is a representative of the owner or the person that is leasing the property?
I can go find somebody that should be at the property. All right. It'll take a little. It's a big property, and I don't have a way to, you know, move around other than my little legs. But if you don't mind sticking around, I'll be right back for you. In 1 minute.
Oh, I'm gonna go.
Are you leaving?
I'm gonna go bike down the road. Pretty sure that's legal. He invited me here. They've been trying to trap me here. It's not worth your time. I used to work for that guy's boss. They've been telling me to come here and then calling the cops on me. Okay, that's what's been going on. I'm gonna leave now. Yeah.
Man, Twiggy just completely submitted to that cop like in a heartbeat, man. He would have turned over all the documentation and let the officer search like every square inch of the property.
They had domestic violence and stuff. They said it would be legendary if I showed up. Then I showed up, they called the cops. I'm sorry to cause you guys problems. It's not your fault. But he literally sent me a text saying, hey, where you at? Let's meet up. And then I came to this gate and he was talking to me. And then, you know, they set you guys up like this. I'm sorry. I've been in the town. I've been exploring the town. They did this to me twice now. So I'm going to go, but...
Just a word of caution.
Yeah.
You can't block their driveway or be on their property if they don't want you, unless you're just like approaching the gate to talk to somebody. Like you were.
Okay, that's fine by me.
If you are on the other side of these power lines, you're stay right away, which is not technically their property.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. Sorry to bother you. I didn't know he was setting me up like that, but it's ridiculous, honestly. I would have left if he asked me, but whatever. I'm sorry. I apologize for your time.
Oh, this is, unbelievable. Wow.
You have a nice day, sir. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yo, the cop was helping. He said, yo, that's where you gotta go, bro. I'm okay, yeah, sorry.
Wow.
Oh, fuck. What a fucking bunch of pussies. What a bunch of pussies. What a fucking asshole. You're all a bunch of assholes. You know, I'm real glad I did that the way I did that. Because I was leaving. And he DM'd me and said, hey, where you at? And I said, okay, I'll come meet you. Fucking invite me to your house and then call the cops. What a fucking pussy. What an F-slur. Fuck you, Twiggy. May you rot in hell. Along with your boss, Daniel Keem. All you fucking losers. May you rot in hell where you belong. Even the cop didn't like you, buddy. He didn't fucking buy your bullshit.
Yes.
Little girl on a bike. Coming to meet you. And you call the cops? Look at my knee, bro. That shit is fucking... It's okay. Go through the pain. I explained the situation to him. I'm like, I'm sorry for wasting your time. He told me to come here. And he sets me up for this.
I saw you say it.
And then...
He invited you to the gate to call the cops.
And then...
What the fuck, nigga?
The cop goes, just a word of warning. If you're in front of the gate blocking, you can't be there. But once you're past those little white lines, once you're outside of the gated area,
yeah,
you can be wherever you want. Based cop.
Fuck these people.
I told
these
him.
Fucking New York assholes.
I told him they did it to me twice at this point.
What a little bitch, though.
What a little bitch, boy.
To try to keep you around to the cop, and then he walks away while the cop's talking. What a bitch.
A red card, that's Boogie. That's Boogie. Look at them all sitting there. Look, they're all looking at us.
Oh my.
Give me the clip.
All right.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh my God.
Take the key.
Isn't that really just how most people use based? Is just if they agree with you, then you're based.
Here.
Oh my God! Look at Ben. Imagine you're these cops and you've met this goon on the bicycle, and now here comes a cryptid dad.
You know.
Look at Boogie and Keen.
Hey, Steven, how are you?
Hey, Steven. Oh, wow. This is great.
Want to tell my daughter what you said to her on stream, Steven? You want to do that? You want to, yeah, turn around, be a big boy.
Boy, those personalities don't shine through in situations like this. They are like so passive and so meek.
Tell her in front of the officer what you said about her. Be a big boy, be a tough guy. Because you're a tough guy, right? You threatened to assault her sexually, if you ever saw her. Where's the big, oh, you want me to show the officer the clip?
You have a hate on her, it's sexual.
Hey, Twiggy, why'd you ask my daughter to meet you out here?
I did. I asked her what part of the property she was on, so I knew.
No. You said, where are you at? Meet me at the gate. Why did you do that? Why did you do that?
I said I was at the gate. Let's go have a beer. You said, yeah, where are you at? And then you called the cops on me. You're a pussy.
Don't lie, Grace. Why are you doing that? Why did you do that? Why do you involve police? No one stepped onto your property, onto this property. Why? Why? Why did you do that? Why are you involving law enforcement on a social matter? Why? Why? Do you think law enforcement is a prop for you? Do you? Do you? Because I'm going to show them exactly how you tried to use them as a prop, lying about a crime committed on this property.
It's not the first time. Remember, he called the cops on Frank Hassel, and he's the one that shot at Frank Hassel.
So tell your boss. We've got the clip. Officer, can I show you something? There was a Memphis violent incident which took place here and was investigated by 2 of your officers. Later on, there was a stream in which the lessee of this property, Daniel Keene, admitted to lying to the officers about the incident, telling them it was all a YouTube skit when it wasn't, and claiming that the reason you let him go is because you're such big fans of him because he's such a big celebrity, who I'm sure you've never heard of. But I'll play you a clip.
Hold on a second.
People wanted us to call the cops, and people watching did call the cops, right? You know, I talked to them and de-escalated that situation as well. But it's like, dude, I can't I could press charges, but I'm not going to. Right. You know?
Didn't one of the cops know you? Like,
yeah.
Oh, is that? Did they really?
Yeah.
That's cool as shit.
Dude, I told them, I'm like, dude, we're YouTubers. Everything is fake. Nothing is real. Yeah. You know? We're doing a skit, you know, and the first cop that I was talking to was giving me a little bit of a hard time. The second cop gets out and he's just smiling ear to ear because he just saw Keemstar in real life.
Yeah.
And
for one time in our life, we really wish that was fucking scripted and we had to not lie about it. Yeah, that was terrible.
And yeah, you know, I just told him, I was like, look, you know, a little skit we were doing, a little scuffle. He goes, what's on your neck? I go, oh, he was pushing me. And he's got a...
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'm just saying, you do what you want. It seems to me like there's just a flagrant disrespect for law enforcement here. We have never called. We have never trespassed. And I just thought you'd know. Disrespecting law enforcement is kind of our norm. I guess so. But, you know, just to give a little bit of context here.
They are renting the property for the time being. They don't want y'all here. We're trying to get hold of the property owner right now.
We've never been here.
Never been here. Except for him telling me to meet him here.
We've never been here, Joe.
Yeah, look. I came over, guy. I said I was at the front of the gate. Let's just go. We showed them to be pussies. Let's just go.
Yeah, we're not being detained, right? Okay.
All right. We showed them. We showed what they're up to.
Unbelievable, though, to call the cops when you invite her there and then you call the cops.
How you doing?
On a girl on a bicycle and you've got a whole compound full of people.
Well, there you have it.
Boogie's a big, fat, spineless pussy. Look at him. Did you see that big, fat pussy? Good to see Ben have a chance to speak his mind. W. Ben, they were all scared of the true alpha males.
You need to call the police to protect you from the conversation when you have a fucking gate made of metal to protect you from the girl with the hat who's sitting on a bicycle. You've got a metal gate protecting you from a girl on a bicycle, but that's not enough. You have to call law enforcement. Pussy.
Long cow pussy.
Antisocial behavior. Stay in your fucking studio if you don't know how to behave in public. We do. Stay in your fucking studio. Stay locked inside.
Remember Frank Castle? Yo, shout out to Frank Castle. Suffer Keem. Suffer Nightmare. Suffer Boogie.
Frank Castle with one of the all-time best lines ever when he went to when Boogie told him to come knock and he went and knocked. And Boogie was like, you better be careful, there's Castle Doctrine. And he's like, Castle Doctrine? Hassle Doctrine says I can take you inside and fuck you.
Suffer Boogie.
Wow. That was a good video, man. Again, I don't understand the police thing unless it is just them using it for a prop. There's no way anybody there could have felt threatened in a meaningful way, in my opinion, of a girl on a bicycle. Especially when you invite them there, like, that's, you know, whatever. What's the other one? Deleted. What was it? Deleted. Freak Out. American Dream 2022. Okay, here we go. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for the IRL, to be honest. I'm trying to think of it. What's going on here? Here we go.
Now he's got something to cry about. I've told him several times not to do several things, and this dumb fucking retard fucking does it. Someone's gonna go fucking tell my manager that he's out here banging on shit. Then I am gonna get fucking kicked out. You know, this fucking stupid son of a bitch and that dumb cunt Relentless wanted to call my manager and tell him that I fucking had roaches. I'm fucking behind on my rent. They do that, they're gonna have an excuse to kick me out because this dumb fucking mongoloid doesn't know how to fucking think right. Your dad has told you, don't do what you're doing. I'm telling you, don't do what you're doing. Your dad fucking said either go to rehab or leave. I'm telling you, go to rehab or leave. You're not bringing no more fucking beer in my house.
Hey, man.
You habla inglés?
Yeah, I understand.
Pack your shit. You're leaving as soon as you can. I'll even pay for your fucking Uber.
All right, where are you going to Uber me to the airport?
Oh.
So from my understanding, this is the $306 moment. This is the origin of $306.
Uber you wherever the fuck you want to go. Don't be a little simpy bitch like you did when your dad said he was going to kick you out. I'm kicking you out for a legitimate fucking reason. You're a fucking drunk, dude. I was a drunk. I'm not drinking. I know what it's like.
And I didn't judge you.
I don't give a fuck if you judge me. I'm judging you. You drink too much and you're a fucking... You're not acting right. I can't even trust Spider in the same room as you.
All right, man.
Banging on shit all night.
Hey, shut up.
Okay, don't tell me to shut
What?
up. You're in my house, motherfucker. I'll go get your god.
This is such a weird video. I had no idea that there was even this crossover. Wow.
Damn shit, throw it outside.
I'll stay in here for one more night.
I don't even know if I want you to stay here another night.
Well, I don't know where. I gotta figure out where I'm gonna
Go to your dad's house.
No, I'm not going back there.
And you can live on the fucking street. I'm getting your shit right now and put it outside. If you don't pack it.
All right, get it.
You fucking dumb fuck. Another beer can.
I'll go get it in a minute.
Oh no. Bad timing. Jack Nicholson's gonna play this guy in the big screen version.
Fuck that dude. Hey, you guys want to judge me? You bring him into your fucking house and have him start banging on shit. Like that. All fucking night long he was banging on shit because he was yelling at you fucking idiots.
What?
These people on this chat, he thinks this shit's real. He fucking actually thinks YouTube is real. You guys tormented him all night long. And he's still got half a case in the fridge.
Jeez.
God, I need it. I told him earlier, don't be yelling on your fucking phone out there because they're going to call the apartment manager or call the police. My fucking neighbor, that little old lady, while he was out there banging on the fucking truck, she walked right past him. Again, after I got after him already. Then she goes to my apartment manager. This guy doesn't understand when people tell him to do something, to do it. He doesn't understand why. He doesn't see the big picture. All he sees is that he's a fucking 5-year-old little boy in a 27-year-old body. That's what he sees. He doesn't understand the difference between being serious and saying idiot all the time and saying, oh my God. He doesn't understand why I don't want to drink today. He doesn't understand why I'm throwing fucking his goddamn trash out in the trash because he's too inept or stupid to fucking do it himself. I'll Uber his ass wherever he wants to go, but he's not fucking staying here another fucking night. Oh my God. No wonder his fucking dad wanted him to go to rehab. He's more than a drunk. When he drinks, it exacerbates or increases the level of confusion that he has naturally. He keeps saying, I'm sorry. Okay, Dream, I'm sorry. And then 5 minutes later, he's doing the thing outside yelling at people that I told him not to do.
Somebody should have overdubbed the Dusty Rhodes theme song onto this.
Do in the fucking first place.
This is American Dream, and then EFD is the other character in the video.
Doesn't he know if someone sees him with a Bud Light can out there yelling at the phone that they can call the cops, or even worse, they can...
Oh, hey, Showtime. I don't know. I really, honestly, I didn't know any of the American Dream EFD lore.
Have his fucking ass committed. He's setting up fucking red flags, and all my neighbors are gonna be like, oh God, who's the fucking mongoloid kid? Oh, he's staying with 6 whatever, apartment next door. Fuck that. Like I said, guys, you want to judge me? Come pick his ass up and take him. Throw your fucking trash too, faggot.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm just gonna make those, man.
Go to a fucking hotel and hurry up. Get your shit out of my house. I'll get you in.
Man, hey, it's me. Is there any of the lead up to this at all available? This is to get to this point. Like, what happened?
Uber. I'll pay for it. Go to the Motel 6, you fucking dumb bitch. Embarrass the fuck out of me with my neighbors and shit. I've done it a million times, but when I scream, I do it inside my fucking apartment. fucking banging on a man's truck. What if that dude would have saw him pulling that bullshit and came out here before I came out here? If I was him and he's banging on my truck yelling?
What does he mean? What does he mean that EFD is banging on the truck? Like, what does that mean practically? Like, he's just out there, like, hitting it with his hands? I don't understand.
I'll come out here and whoop his fucking ass. He opened the fucking door to go get more beer earlier, left the front door wide fucking open. Spider was out here on the goddamn sidewalk.
What? Oh, boy.
The dog
Yikes.
watcher. And relentless.
Hey, Dream, if you want to just give me an Uber to like a Motel 6 or something.
All right, I will. I just can't take it anymore, Aaron.
No. I'm saying.
All right.
I'll pack it up.
All right, that's cool. I just can't take it anymore, dude. I tell you something and you forget it, okay? You can't remember what I'm saying. I say, quit yelling at people, you keep doing it. I say, quit banging on shit. You said you didn't bang on anything when I saw you bang shit on your live stream. We had fun when we were drunk drinking, but there's a time when you don't have fun and you get serious. That's all I'm saying. You won't get serious. You keep drinking that fucking beer.
All right, I get it.
Get
You
serious.
take your fucking beer with you too, because I don't want it.
Yeah, that's like, man, leaving the door open with a pet in the house. That's a big time. I mean, that would probably, most people would have got kicked out for that. Or like a heavy discussion anyway.
Why even give you a fucking insulated bag so it doesn't get cold?
Insulated bags.
And you got what you wanted. You got fucking 40 or 50 people watching you right now, getting kicked the fuck out of my house. Because you don't stop drinking. All you do is fucking drink.
Bob Brown, you moved in after EFT moved out.
An 18 pack in here. Go to the hotel and go to sleep. You need some fucking sleep.
Go to the hotel and go to sleep.
It's insulated. It has a fucking thermal packing on it.
Oh, I don't want to take your bag.
I don't care about the fucking bag.
Oh my God.
I just want you to be safe and be out of here, because I'm going to kick your ass if you don't.
This is absolute gold. Like, oh my God, this is the American dream is unhinged.
Fucking leave.
Wow.
I'm sorry, I do too. I thought you knew the difference between YouTube and real life, dude. You don't get it. People have been telling you this stuff. You don't get it.
I'm streaming this shit right now.
Because I wanted proof that says this motherfucker does shit.
You gotta know when to be serious and when to be we on YouTube, and the FD's like, well, you're live streaming this right now.
That he's told not to do. He yells, he bangs on shit. He doesn't know the difference between fucking common sense and right or wrong.
God.
And you know, no one's giving me any.
Bad, you're fucking me right now.
I don't give a shit. You're not bad, you fucking me. I can't even leave my dogs with you, you fucking freak.
And you didn't leave your dogs with me.
You left that fucking front door open as
There's EFD's green screen.
Spider was outside, you dumb fuck. While you came in here to get beer.
Okay, quit yelling at me. I'm leaving, man.
You better really fucking get the fuck out of here, dude.
I am getting the fuck out of here.
American Dream will be like, man, I love you. I just wish things could be different. We have a lot of good time to get the fuck out of here before I throw you out the window.
Because I swear to God, you stay here another night, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Wow.
No one threw you in this shit. You were so clumsy, you tripped and fell like a fucking mongoloid fuck. Get your shit packed, keep your mouth shut, and get the fuck out of here.
Jesus.
Wow. Get out of
Wow.
my fucking house right now. I'll call you an Uber when your fucking crippled ass is outside.
I'm just packing my shit, dude.
Hurry the fuck up.
What an environment.
Dumb clumsy bitch. Oh, Dream tripped me. I took a step back and fell into the counter. You fucking lying cunt. Don't say another fucking word, or I will.
Wait, somebody tripped backwards and fell onto a table. Wait, is LOLcow Live stealing their storylines from American Dream?
Throw you down.
Hey, drink, can you over here?
I told you I would! Why don't you remember shit?
No.
You keep asking the same questions over and over again.
I was just making sure.
Quit yelling.
I'm not yelling.
Quit yelling.
I'm not. Quit yelling. Quit banging on the shit. Quit doing this. You don't fucking listen. You literally are Dory the fucking bitch. You brain dead buck.
Wow. Doves cry.
This is a good excuse for me not even to get on fucking YouTube anymore. Because that fucking baggage was fucking pushing you last night. It was fucking cold. You know I'm right. They were fucking with you all night.
I love it when Dalmatian Dog did an overnight on Thorpe TV and had the interview with American Dream.
You know you've got a weak mind. You're a weak-minded fool.
Weak-minded.
Your dad wanted to kick you out because you act just like this. Have you ever thought that maybe your dad was right, dude? On a lighter note of things?
Info Warrior, they got suspended for 1,000 years for trespassing and doxing.
No, your dad's not right. You drink a case of beer or more a day, your dad's not right. You yell at people on your fucking phone in public, your dad's not right. Then you deny
Yelling on... That's come up a few times now, yelling at people on the phone.
everything. I didn't bang on anything. When you're on live stream doing it.
I did bang on shit.
Hey,
You
Ernie.
broke your computer, you cracked your phone, you break everything you touch, and you get pissed off at me for taking my fucking Samsung pad away from you.
Give me back my Samsung pad.
If you don't see it, you never will, dude. You're on disability, aren't you? Yeah, for what?
I don't know.
You don't know what you're on disability for? You're on disability for declined mental cognition.
Why are you live streaming this shit?
I want you out of here, and I want everyone to see that I kicked your fucking ass out.
All right, man. Congrats.
Congrats.
You don't listen, dude. I held you with baby gloves for a couple days. I tell you don't do this. Oh, I'm sorry, Dream. And you fucking do it 5 minutes
I
later.
really don't want to fight anymore, man. I'll leave. I'll get out of here, man.
American Dream is like a one-man fish tank.
I promise, man.
I'll send you the closest.
I really don't want to fight anymore, dude.
I don't even know where Motel 6 is. All your shit. Even your fucking Letterman jacket.
The Letterman jacket.
Yeah, I'm getting it.
I got all your drinks and shit. You really have another Bud Light beer, motherfucker.
Cody Turbo, if you're not familiar with EFD, he's like a super nice, really nice guy, like most of the time. But like when he drinks, it's like, it's really bad. Like it gets really out of control.
The funny thing is I haven't drank for 3 days, so I'm going through this with sober eyes.
Silver eyes?
Stanley, congratulations, brother. You were right, okay? Everyone else was wrong. You called it right. You want this? It has your hot spot in it. I don't want you to...
Yeah, JF, this is the origin of the EFD $306.
I don't want you to forget any of your stuff. I just threw all the fucking beer out and look at the Mongoloid boy. There's a fucking
He's
beer
already
in my
got another
house.
beer? Hidden beer?
You want this or not?
Yeah, I don't want
Motherfucker. What kind of shit I gotta fucking deal with? I'm gonna call you.
Why you say irritable?
I'm gonna call you an Uber. Because I'm sober!
Yeah, no.
Oh my god, this is wild.
Have you ever been sober before?
Yeah, I'm irritable when I'm sober too.
I'm irritable. I'm pissed that you're so stupid when you're sober. And you're stupid when you're drunk. It's just worse when you're drunk, dude. Can't even trust you with my dogs.
Why are you being so mean, dude? Like
You're stupid when you're sober.
I like you, man, but I don't trust you. And when it comes between you and my dogs, I love them more than I love you.
I know, Drew.
So that's kind of the crux. That's what pushed it over the top. Then was the leaving the door open and the dog got out.
Get that, man.
I'm gonna close the door. I hope you don't.
I'll stay out here, man.
I'll call you an Uber. It's coming right now.
Oh no, UFD.
Cindy wouldn't even come fucking over here to check on the dogs while I was going to rehab with him here. She can't stand that fucking mongoloid freak, especially when she found out that he drinks. You think she's gonna trust him? Fuck his fucking ankle. He needs to go to rehab.
Hey, Jedi Rich.
Take care of all this shit there. Let me call this motherfucker an Uber. I gotta send him to fucking Six Flags or some shit where he can go veg out with the retards.
He's gonna send him to Six Flags? What?
I'm doing it on live stream. You wanna send him an Uber? You're welcome to, dude. I gotta get off here and send him one. Now I can text Cindy and tell her that I got his fucking ass out of here. His fucking hat, god damn it. He's whining that I'm getting kicked out, I can't deal with it. Same shit he said at his dad's house.
All right, ATF Media.
Here, your hat. All this shit outside. All right, I'm going back to bed, man. I fucked up my body trying to drink beer with this idiot. Let me make sure they pick him up. Send him to Motel 6 off.
Boss drinking from the 2-liter.
Oh my God. My throat's so fucked up. All that fucking
Yeah, Thorpe's suspended for 1,000 years off kick.
drinking I did last week. If I ever drink.
This is American Dream, JF. You've had to have seen him like at one time or another on Thorpe TV.
Again, I'm a fool.
Is he in jail now or did he die? I think he's unavailable for one reason or another, I think. Or was recently.
Shit, if I ever get on YouTube again, I'm a fool. Okay, is that his charger? Fucking back bathroom. Smells like he took a big shit in here.
Oh my God.
I think he shaved off his pubes. He fucking shaved off his fucking pubes. Or his leg hair or some fucking shit.
Oh my God.
This is exactly.
Wow, what a... Wow. I think that might be it. Wow, what a video. Jeez. Oh my gosh. Great. I mean, what a clip. That's a real that's a real eye-opener. Wow, that was a really that's what you call a real hidden gem of a video. Okay, so American Dream is just in jail right now. That's good. He can still get things turned around. All right, I don't know there's really nothing I can do after that. We can't really top that. Well, It's Me's the one that told me the how to find that video. But anyway, thanks for hanging out. I'm probably going to do an IRL later on. I don't know where from though. It'll just be like a short one, but anyway, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it and hope